behavior. You don't want this coming at ya.
I mean, to be fair, I don't, but...
His Knowles.
Is that a knoll? What is that?
Oh, it's Boomberry Plays now. I switched it back finally.
Dang it.
I know.
Look, I drew Joxy.
Oh God. He looks like a... Oh, he looks like a terrifying goblin.
Who's Joxy?
Joxy's the
dying
table that's wounded
kobold.
right now.
Oh!
With the,
Oh,
the
that's
mortal
right.
wound, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, is it all one word?
Mm-hmm. Hi, everybody. It's Boomberry and team.
Alright, we're live.
Oh, yeah.
Are we? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there we
Do I have to reload it?
Yeah, try reloading it. There it is. There it is. Ah. Finally.
Johnny into the swamp.
We're going into the swamp.
We're going to a swamp, guys.
To the swamp.
It's gonna be cool.
I'm also curious how the extension works, because I kind of want to see it working. And I keep saying I'm going to make an overlay, and I keep forgetting to.
I'm gonna make an overlay. Someday.
Someday. Oh, look, and there you guys go. You guys can see your sideboard characters. Look at this.
Yay!
What?
You can't see it on that because it's an extension, but like you can click on this and see your characters.
Oh! Like their stats and stuff.
Yeah, so if people
Cool.
watch
I don't
it,
know if mine's accurate.
I think yours is not.
Yeah, mine is
I'll
not because
fix yours.
it has me have 3 more health points. I keep trying to do the hit points and it keeps being weird about it.
So weird about the hip
It wants you to be less squishy.
No, it wants me to be... Yeah.
Yes. Wants to give you the
Sorry,
advantage.
my brain translated that as the opposite.
We are, we're still setting up right now. Shadow. Hey. Oh yeah, sorry, watch out for the
I
corner.
still have coffee.
Okay, I got these spots. There we go.
Oh, is there fresh coffee?
Nope.
Or is that coffee from
Nope.
It is
Just that
yesterday.
nope.
It's yesterday coffee.
I like yesterday
Yeah, I
coffee.
just repeated it.
Okay, I was like,
Yesterday coffee.
So like, is it the coffee I made?
Yes,
I've been trying to
it was
make
yummy.
I tried to make coffee for everyone yesterday, but I don't drink coffee, so I was like,
Oh, that's right, I'm so
guessing.
sorry.
It's fine, it was
Shit.
just me.
We shouldn't have gotten that Java chips.
What?
Coffee. Ice cream. Ice cream.
What's wrong
Because
with
it's
it?
coffee flavored.
I don't like coffee.
Yeah.
Dang
It's
it.
okay.
Yeah.
You
It's
got
alright.
mint. She likes mint.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
true.
the mint
We got
one. I was
one.
like, yeah, the Java chip is just for
Yeah.
everybody else. It's perfectly fine. I'm happy with the mint one. I love mint ice cream.
Admittedly, I wasn't going to
Oh,
the
no.
store without some sort of
Yeah.
coffee ice cream. Because I
I'm
need
just gonna
some coffee ice cream.
Yeah. But yeah, so I attempted to make coffee yesterday and I put spices in it. I just don't know if the flavor came through at all.
It did. It was good.
Okay.
Let me pee. I was
We're
about
here. Time to pee.
I mean, yeah.
That's actually probably
Everybody introduce yourselves and your characters really quick.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to D&D. This is Calamity's Call. Our DM is running off to the bathroom. And I am doing some weird voice. I don't know.
It's an announcer voice. It's how
It's an
you have
announcer
to address
voice.
the internet.
Sunday!
Well, I mean, it is.
Oh, except no.
Anyway, I am Maya, otherwise known as C Panda Plays, or C Panda 75 on Twitch. Actually, I've been streaming art lately, like the art you see on screen of our characters.
Yay!
I drew those, and I'm still drawing fan art for our characters because I have a problem.
It's fun.
Well, you're under quarantine. It's not like you have
Also,
anything else to do.
It can't be fan art if it's your own
It's
thing.
just art.
It's still a fan art because I'm a fan of my own
It's just
character.
regular art.
Hey!
Yeah. Anyway, I play Torin, the blue dragonborn, with his raven familiar.
Yeah.
I'm a sorcerer. I do magic.
Who so far has to just stand there as everybody else suddenly goes insane around him and he's like, wait, no!
I also exploded some kobolds last time,
That
so
Blue
Well,
love.
The
maybe
screaming.
some other ones, and Ka is now my son. Don't ever talk to me or my son again.
Alright, and I'm Sarada. I'm online as Red Peony Arts on Facebook and Instagram and Etsy, but please don't buy from Etsy right now. They're being skeevy.
Yes, thank you.
But feel free to buy things from me because I like money.
Yes.
And I like sewing. And I'm playing Vishka, the cat lady up there. She's a bard.
Yeah.
She's a bard. She's a bard.
Wait, is it Vishka or Viksha?
Viksha.
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 Okay.
Oh,
Viksha.
I think I was accidentally saying Vishka. last
Oh
time.
yeah, it's Viksha.
Viksha.
It's a Hindi name.
Ah, fancy. And I'm Anita, and I have things, but they're mostly found on Boomberry Plays, which you are already at. So, I'm playing Bahoki, who is a druid and kind of a goblinish character, but
She's a bush.
I am basically a bush.
She's a ghillie suit with legs.
ghillie suit with fawn legs, and that's all you really need to know right now.
Oh, so we all have mimosas, so it's a great morning.
Oh yes, mimosas. Because we're like, it's Sunday. It's
Mine is
time.
almost gone.
Yeah, same.
It's
Okay,
okay,
about to
pretty
refill
much
mine.
gone, too. Oh,
You ain't drinking up in here.
Yes.
D&DBeyond.com.
Oh, I guess I had more than
And it
I
should be your character under my characters.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Yeah. So it should be all updated.
Okay, cool. All
I need
right.
to fix mine. I don't know
Yeah.
why. It doesn't update it correctly. I don't know what I'm doing
I
wrong.
have to probably add in some stuff.
Oh, I have to
for you
log
as
in.
well.
Hang on.
Sorry.
Well, because I think we have to add in the
Oh, I am signed in. Okay.
the storm sorcerer thing because it's not in there, so it keeps
Yeah,
thinking
so it
I'm,
keeps
I'm doing the
Dragon
draconic
yeah.
ancestry.
Which, so after we helped Wendy, I was able to figure out how to code it correctly. And
you
so I
on-
was like, oh.
Are you on D&D Beyond as Boomberry, or?
Yeah. So, yeah, just Blueberry. Yeah, let me log
Who the
in.
fuck is paying me for shit?
What?
Somebody paying you?
Yeah, do it! No.
Okay. Nice. Okay, well.
Oh, I did spell it right. Never mind.
Oh, is Veronica's trying to pay me for the masks I'm sending her grandparents?
No.
I'm like, no!
No.
No!
We want them to live.
Well, some
remind
of
me-
my, some...
Remind me to send you a smaller screenshot of her face so that you can put that for her icon.
That's her icon. Oh, that'd be so good.
Of what?
We have the
a
extension
smaller
up.
screenshot
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
of just her face because I did that for Torin, so he has his like actual face
Oh,
as
nice.
an icon on D&D Beyond.
Oh,
if I
yes.
did that with yours, then you could have your actual character art.
Why, Boomberry, you're not popping up on D&D Beyond.
Oh no. Are you under? Can I see your?
If you just
Yeah,
go on yours,
just take
it should
the
have
Yeah,
the
it should have your campaign on it.
Oh, okay, because I am logged in. Yeah, no, but yeah, so this morning, one of the gals I used to work with back at the Albertsons Pharmacy messaged me. They want me to send the Broadway store back in Boise wants me to send them like 10 or 12 masks.
Oh wow.
So
yeah,
I'm like,
nice.
cool. And several other people. I'm like, okay, well, by the end of today, all 60 are going to be spoken for.
That's good. It's actually really, really good.
Yeah.
So it was under the options into my campaign or my characters. So there you go. So that should all be your stats, and then all of your like rolls and checks and stuff like that should all be accurate. Because I think we
I
did
think
go
this
through it.
pen is broken.
Wow! What the hell?
How did you even
How
do
did
that?
that happen?
It launched it.
This pen just exploded in Nita's hands.
Okay.
Maybe you shouldn't use that pen, dude.
Do you want another pen?
Well,
Dude, I have other pens.
I'm pretty sure that's dead.
I was like,
that's
no,
a pen.
now that's a prank.
Okay. New pen.
New pen.
I have others. It's fine.
All right. So I'm gonna begin
Switch
now.
to purple.
Since everyone's
That's
been
just magic.
introduced.
I need to remember that.
Oh, I should write down
DC's
the
14. Spell
Oh, I-
is plus 6.
Oh, apparently I have like... Oh, I have like
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot of
that's-
passive stuff.
Yes, you have a lot.
I did not know that.
Yeah, as a bard, you have like all these weird like
Yeah,
other
like I got
abilities.
passive perception, passive insight, passive investigation.
Yeah, so basically you're just standing there like, I see everything.
See it all.
What's your passive perception, Adam? Curious.
It's like 13.
Is it 13?
Let me look.
Mine is 14.
Yep, my passive investigation is 17.
Yeah. So.
Jesus, alright.
I'm a nosy
I
fuck.
don't know what mine is because my D&D Beyond isn't correct, so I'm like,
I can tell you what your passive is. It's typically 10 plus your just perception bonus. So it'll be yours is 14.
Plus 3
So it's the same as my
initiative,
perception.
armor
Yeah.
class 12.
so my passive investigation is the same as my passive
Yeah.
perception.
Oh, investigation. Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Oh,
Sorry. What's
no,
your
I have my
investigation?
passive perception.
Oh, okay.
down.
Then yeah, if your investigation's the same. No, so yours is 12. Yeah, it's just 12.
No.
So passively, I mean, that just means that you're better than average than when people are passing by, kind of like looking at them, figuring out who
Oh,
they
I
are.
see, because I have a
Yeah.
plus 2 because my
Yeah, yeah.
intelligence is plus 2.
And I have
And it's
some
not
snackages
proficiencies.
out
Ooh,
for
yes.
people who want snackages.
Snacky.
Snack.
That's right, I'm not proficient in
Got
I only have 4 proficiencies.
These are seaweed wheat snack puffy things. The not Takis, my healthy not Takis.
I like them, but they're just not quite. Yeah.
Right. Well, it's the same way when you get the healthy version of any of them.
Yeah.
The licorice is mine now because there's almost none left. And
okay, well,
there's one orange slice left.
one orange slice.
Have you been enjoying those slices, Nita?
I think Anita has it.
I have.
Okay,
I have. I
That's
didn't
neat.
leave the last. I left more than one, but I did go through at least half that
That's
package.
totally fine.
These
So,
are the D8s,
I'm glad
right?
people like them.
Very much so.
Yes,
I
the
will
diamonds.
next time I go wait. Because the thing is, if I gotta go to Trader Joe's, I have to wait in line.
Ugh.
Oh yeah.
Because they're doing, they only let like 10 people in the store at a time, which is good.
That's fine. That's fine.
But it's like, okay, so if I'm gonna go to Trader Joe's, it's going to be like an hour minimum.
yeah.
So if but that's good. So now that I know that you like those too, next time I go, I will buy several. And hopefully they'll have the lemon ones, because the lemon ones are my favorite.
All right.
Right there. Those are my attack dice. Those are my other attack dice.
Now that we're settling in, let us begin.
D20s together.
Despite the hyena's laughter from the night before and being in such close proximity to the swamp where you hear many tribes seemingly calling out to the demonic laughter, you guys get a really nice rest. Petey's farm is nice. It's very quaint, it's very calming. After the laughter dies down, it's like the sound of mooing from the cow and then like a few
Oh my god.
chirps of the like dog, and that's pretty much it.
I was gonna be like, so it's a little bit of an aside. When
No, please, let's
Maya
go.
and I
Yeah.
went and saw the eclipse, a farmer was renting out his grazing field.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so
I
he
remember
barred
that.
off his cows, and the cows were on the other side of a fence from where we were sleeping, and all night just I tell you, unseen cows or just glowing cow eyes, and that sound is real goddamn scary.
Yeah.
Like it's just, it's just ghost cows.
Well, this is one cow.
Oh my god, it was like herd. It was super cool, but also really fucking scary.
So many cows.
So many cow.
Also, you also hear his hog, because he has this hog Hampshire.
Hampshire.
I
like Hampshire.
Forgot about Hampshire.
As you guys awaken, you guys actually awaken to the smell of cooking food. It seems as though, just at a cursory glance, like you guys kind of like picking yourselves up, the three kobolds, Joxy is out of bed and he's with Ka and Brul, and they're outside cooking some stuff. You notice that 3 rations have been pulled from your bag.
Maya specifically.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'm missing 3 rations.
Yeah, they took 3 rations from you. And
Oh, that's fine. I still had 12, so that puts me down.
I had no. It's like a silver like.
Oh, you just had it.
Yeah, you literally just had it.
just had it. That's why I'm like, what did I do with it?
I'll check the. Is it attached to your clipboard? No.
It is not. I found my eraser.
Hang on, we gotta hunt for a pencil.
Now I got home for pencils.
It's shiny.
It was on your person.
Yeah, like I literally
Like I saw you because you were showing us.
I mean, that was like 5 minutes ago.
Everything's wrong.
This is the wrong timeline.
I keep finding more pens on me, but they're all mine.
There's another one behind.
Another one.
Jesus, Nina.
None of them are yours. I don't know. They
All
kept
the
falling
writing
out of my
sticks,
bag.
but none of them right.
None of them are your stick. Oh, is this your stick?
Is that my? That is my stick.
Emmy had it. Emmy had your stick.
She wanted to play too.
She
We'll
wanted
roll
to-
her a character.
I mean,
She kind of has one.
yeah, the bird.
So I named my bird.
Yeah. Oh, Nina, what are you doing?
Just keep playing. It's fine. We'll.
Also, I'm Boom, the DM.
Oh yeah, that's our DM.
I was going to give myself a little bit of a top up.
Yes.
Because Moses and
Osmosis.
Oh yes, I would definitely be having an additional one when I'm done with this one.
Alright, so the morning is kind of yours. We're gonna let you guys like play it all out. It looks like the kobolds have already kind of geared themselves up. They have a small collection of weaponry outside, and somehow there's 2 or 3 cages with skunks in it.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds
They're all
straight
outside,
up.
kind of like in the apple
Straight
field.
up.
Just
I'm trying. There we go.
All 3. Joxy's up too.
All 3.
Joxy seems to be
Joxy,
pantomiming. He seems to be pantomiming an epic battle of some sort. with the other two kobolds, both of which are sitting around clapping.
Get into the next
yay. Next to them is a
I said it, then we'll
makeshift
get to the next
fireplace where they are cooking some roasted rations, which don't look super appealing, but it's the only thing they know. Oh no!
Sorry.
Don't worry, we're going great.
We're spilling
Everything
drinks.
is great, guys.
We're
It was
spilling
a
drinks.
Good start.
Making messes.
Spilling drinks, hopefully not on things.
Hopefully those cards
thing
are
I-
okay.
Are your cards
They
okay?
have sleeves on them.
Yeah.
I made sure to clean them up first. They're fine.
Okay. No liquids.
Hopefully the thing's underneath too.
Okay.
Good and all that.
I didn't get on the machine.
Okay.
Also, the
Perfect.
sewing machine will handle being a little sticky. I can
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Those sewing machines are used to us.
No, you're fine.
They know what it's like.
It's like yeah.
Late night cosplay sessions.
Foam so much. Sorry, I tried to pour soda and everything went wrong.
That's okay.
That's why you don't have drinks on the table, but we all have drinks on the table.
It's early morning.
Yeah, it is. So yeah,
You just
it's-
woke up.
It's like the crack of dawn
yeah, I was
feel
like,
in game.
Oh here. If you want some more space, we can put this guy on the floor.
It's fine. It's not bugging me.
Oh okay.
I think it's just overflowed. Yeah.
Oh,
It
what? Yeah, there you go. Now you have a tiny little under table.
Oh, convenience.
What was cute?
I really like this desk actually.
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna buy one. I'm gonna buy one myself.
Very good table.
when we're able to go to IKEA
I
again.
know.
Ah.
I need to get a shelf for underneath my desk.
Well, I mean the online thing, and they do deliver, but their delivery's
just
not
not the
free.
Yeah, which actually bugged me because I thought it was free for the longest time.
I think it is if you spend a certain amount of
Yeah.
money.
Okay. There we go.
Sorry.
Make
Because
a
my
big order.
well, because when I spent that $1,000,
Then it was.
it wasn't. Was it free?
I think it was free that time. I think that's why you did it
Must
that
have
way,
been.
because you guys tried to go to the store.
We did go to the store.
Yeah.
they-
We had to shove everything in my
We had to
Jeep.
pick it up.
Yeah.
Remember?
I
Yeah.
do remember
Oh
that.
yeah, because it was free delivery, but it would have taken like a week.
And that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
because they were
Yeah.
like, the next available time is like Wednesday, and this was like a Friday, and I was like, fuck that!
Yeah.
No.
I want a bed.
Yeah.
Because yeah, this is right when I moved in. I had
Yeah.
nowhere to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
The couch.
So we managed to Tetris a bunch of shit in the Jeep.
Yeah.
It was
That's good
it was really impressive.
We did
Yeah. No.
Alright.
Remember that.
Okay, everything
Oh, so yes.
well dried?
So, what were you saying?
it. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're good, you're good.
Okay. I was asking if Joxie should be moving, because isn't he still injured?
He's definitely still injured. You can see that his bandage has bled through a little bit of fresh blood from last night, but he seems to still be up and about with the other kobolds. They're running around. You don't see PD, but you can kind of hear rummaging in the barn next door. You can probably assume that that's PD over there. You're probably still on the roof, so the two of you are on the roof.
We're still up on
In
the
the
roof.
Rafters.
In the rafters.
Yeah.
It's the most comfortable place to be, but Pahoki's gonna be hopping down soon.
So
Yeah.
the two of you, in the daytime, you guys notice that there are two large rises, kind of like two large hills that kind of jut out from the swamp beyond. But then they all kind of like lead to the. You guys can see the mountain, the mountain past that, which is called the Rose Queen Mountain.
Okay.
And that's kind of where they sort of said the Solomar estate was.
From the gaps in the roof, we can see over the landscape.
Yeah. But you do note that the jungle foliage is very tightly packed, so it's
Okay.
very like insular once you get in there. It'll be
Yeah.
kind of like you're in sort of like a den of sorts.
So basically,
yeah.
we're seeing a sea of tree goo,
Yeah.
and then over in the distance, like a building popping
Or-
through it.
No. So there's like two large
Or-
like flatland hills. They're actually called hammocks.
The hills are popping
yeah,
up.
yeah. So there's two hills that you guys know. One's further north, but the other one kind of looks like you'll run into it as you.
Okay, it's like a big old foothill.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so they're called hammocks. They're basically lands where the soil is just hardier. So when they flood, they don't get soft like the swamplands. In fact, they stay raised above. And in fact, the more the swamp gets flooded, the more they stay up, and the swamp
Gotcha.
goes lower and lower. So,
I like it, okay.
what do you guys want to do? You guys have the morning to get ready for anything you need. It doesn't look like there's a huge rush to get moving, and it's very early. Let's say it's like 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I know. Right? I can't imagine it, but your characters are fit for it.
Dude, like I said, I don't know.
You're a cat. You can decide if you're fit for it.
I'm gonna kind of shake my head at the kobolds and just kind of begrudgingly take one of my own rations and join them outside.
All right. as you're
I'm
pulling
down by
the
4
ration
rations
from
now.
as you pull open your pack, that's when you notice that several of your rations are missing,
And that they're cooking rations.
and then they're
yeah.
cooking the rations. So you guys hear the door opening from the front, and you see Taran joining the kobolds downstairs who are cooking what smells like a nice meal, even if it visually doesn't look very interesting.
Yeah.
You also note at this point that the kobolds have set out several bits of equipment for themselves. They have spears, they have little makeshift daggers. A bunch of them have tied wooden bits of armor onto them. It's not going to offer any protection, but it's cute. And then there's the 3 cages with the 3 skunks that were somehow captured.
Listen, they're talented.
So the kobolds are all sort of dancing around.
Oh, they're ready. They're excited.
Well,
Am I assuming that they mean to eat the skunks or use them as weapons?
I think they're meaning them
Make
as
an
weapons.
investigation check. I wanted to confirm this.
Okay.
I wanted to confirm.
15.
Yeah, these are weapons. These skunks are weaponized.
I was like, they
Skunkos.
mentioned it before. That
As
was
traps.
something about skunks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
well, it makes perfect sense
Oh, that's
to
right.
me.
Johnson said he was setting up skunk traps.
Yeah.
In the swamp.
And Joxy is the inventor. He's the smart one, by the way.
Yes.
Well,
Quote-unquote
But he's still kind of poisoned from the magic sword.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
a
you
little
guys can clearly see,
stabby.
without even investigating, the bandages on his side are seeping with fresh blood. Like,
Okay.
it was clean when you put the new bandages on him
Yeah.
last night, but it's been soaked through at this point.
Yeah.
So he's still very wounded.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and hop down from the roof.
Okay, you climb down, and as you're climbing down, you kind of scare Petey, who's off to the side.
Yeah.
He's like, whoa. He points at the roof and just, never mind. He goes over. He's like, listen, the kobolds stole a bunch of stuff, and they're making breakfast. So go join them for some food if you need it.
I jump down and hop next to him from the rafters.
You see Pahokee leap down as well, scaring Petey from the other side. He shakes his head, just like,
I'll go
my
ahead.
quiet life. He pulls out his pocket watch and clicks it several times.
I'm gonna go ahead and say to Petey, he's like, we appreciate your generous lodgings. Good, distiller.
He clicks his pocket watch and kind of looks up at you. Thank you.
Pahokie's
And nods a few times.
gonna tug on his other side and be like, she's right. You actually are a good distiller. And then she kind of gives the wink and then walks away towards the kobolds.
She's a fan.
You see
He's not paying attention, he's eating breakfast.
Petey kind of nods, then kind of seems confused. And just doesn't know what to do anymore. Kind of goes off to continue feeding the cow.
All right, I'll go enjoy the others.
You guys, as you kind of are stepping out, you see that
These two have come off.
these two have
jumped off the
joined
roof,
you. Yeah. You guys all approach the other 3 kobolds. Joxy is in the middle of explaining a harrowing adventure, as he says. And then we get chase, and many hyenas cut down several members of our clan. Tons have died. And the other kobolds are like, yeah! And then Broll's like, and Ka's like,
Joxy.
And Joxy's like, but we survive, and we bring messages for aid. And now, heroes come! And they motions to the 3 of you. And then Ka and Broll
Pokey loves clapping.
I was like,
yeah, Poke just
and
starts clapping.
so has Torn
Torrin's not
heard?
awake yet.
Has Torn heard the beginning of this story, or has Torn just gotten to
No,
I just got
that's
there.
pretty much what you catch
We've all
from
kind
that.
of walked into
Yeah.
that.
I'm just gonna tiredly nodding and also eating food. I'm
Yeah.
not a morning person.
I'm just.
They have
Pahokie's gonna
eggs.
enjoy
They
it.
have makeshift sausages that they seem to have formed from the salted rations. And they also have a bunch of leaf wrapped things that they are steaming on a little pile.
Pahokee goes and examines the leaf wrapped things because that sounds distinctly like the way that all the mamas used to make it.
All right.
It
You-
being food.
You run over.
It being food.
It's apples wrapped in leaves.
Oh my god, just like home!
That actually might be
sounds
good.
Yeah, the smell is really nice. It's very fresh. It's nice too because you guys are probably used to eating like rations, and so like the salted meat, the salted whatever is like very plain and like mild. So this is like it's nice to like smell some stuff. You also get a hint that there are some herbs in there, and possibly herbs from like the swamp because they're leafy herbs. They don't smell bad; they're just leafy smelling. Yeah. So as you approach, Joxy like begins to kind of like serve people on little like wooden like planks that he kind of has.
Aww.
So he like, gives everyone stuff. He's like, yes, you will save Skillick, and we will take back all of our treasures that were lost, every single one.
I'm just gonna want to be like, I don't even know. I'm so tired.
They're like,
Joxy, I appreciate breakfast, but should you be up and bouncing around?
Joxy is inventor. Nothing stops innovation. You see that
That's
like the bandage is wet. Like
Alright,
he is bleeding.
Joxy, yeah, come here, man. Just like sit down for a second. Man, come
comes-
just sit down for a
He's
second.
like, wait, and he gives you tea, like weird swamp tea.
Just like home.
It's got some
I'll
caffeine in
drink it.
Okay.
I will take anything with caffeine.
It's a highly herby taste.
Alright, well,
But he comes over and sits.
while Joxy's like plopped down, I'm gonna like just kind of come up behind him, pat him on the head, and use a slot to use Lesser Restoration. Just kind of.
There we go. Suddenly, okay, so you feel like kind of the magic in you, and like you kind of like you touch the back of Joxy's head, and you release kind of a soothing essence onto his wound. Joxy doesn't seem to really notice at all,
Right.
but you can kind of feel that like whatever like is in him is being pulled out, and so
Is there a
suddenly,
way
like,
to investigate that as I have my hand on him?
His bandage, suddenly you see something just go, and like a
Ew.
black tar just kind of like just goes. Joxy doesn't seem to notice.
Yeah.
But it's
I'm
just
just gonna keep talking to him and
Yeah.
try to make sure he's not
like, yeah.
noticing the ooze coming out of his side.
And I'm going to try and investigate the ooze.
Okay, yeah, make an investigation if you would like.
That's a 20, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, D20 plus your investigation. So
Okay.
whatever your investigation is on the sheet, which I think is really high.
It is, I think, maybe investigation.
It might be higher on the site because we fixed your stats. It might be higher.
Where is it?
Yeah, sorry.
Under the skill list.
Yeah, there'll be a list of skills, I believe. You might have to. Sorry, it might take a little bit to figure out how to navigate.
It's okay.
things.
Maybe next time I'll just use my
Oh.
laptop.
There we go. So like you can hit this and it'll tell you the different things, and
Oh,
you can
okay,
just
so
hit
it's
on
on my
skills.
skills. Okay, so
And then that'll be
investigation is. Oh yeah, it's +7.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Cause I think it's like +5 on the sheet. Yeah, no, like her bard skills are all kicking in now.
Oh man,
Yeah.
you're gonna get
And I
scary.
picked some of those things at the beginning because I was like, I want her to be a nosy fuck.
Yep.
All right. 12 plus 7 is 8, 19.
19, yeah. You note that while Luster Restoration cures diseases, this is unlike a disease you've ever kind of seen before. You suspect it's arcane in nature, but it seems to implant some sort of weird seedling in him, and you've pulled that seedling out.
Oh,
Gross.
So
that is more
so
information
now,
than we had.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start like maybe trying to subtly mime at the fire.
To like throw it in there.
Maybe
Yeah.
we should
Burn it.
that
Gross,
shit.
gross.
Well, I want to make sure I know everything I can know about it before,
Yeah.
but yes.
Okay.
So right after you catch the spell, you kind of figure out it's like, oh, something just got pulled out of him. Joxy suddenly like stands up. It's like, ooh, me feel great.
I'm gonna chuck it in the fire while he's
Okay.
doing that.
It's still attached to him, like the
Oh
bandage.
no. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so the little seed thing is.
Yeah.
okay.
So it's like this bulb. Now it looks like a growth almost.
Oh no.
Because it's
Okay.
stuck in the bandages, but you guys just have to run around
Oh, okay.
the
So I'm
bandages.
just gonna.
Just gonna
Yeah.
like grab one
So-
end and be like, hey, do a spin.
So Joxy does a spin,
And just
and
unwrap the bandage.
yeah, and you guys kind of see what came out. It looks like it's a sort of like a ball of meat of some sort. You see hints that little teeth are forming in it.
Oh no!
Do you want to poke it?
Listen, let me figure out.
Don't poke it. Just look at it. Or if you poke
You can
it,
also
poke
use
it
a
with
knowledge
stick.
check if you'd like. Yeah. What do you do?
Well, I can locate animals or plants, so if it's an animal or a plant, I'll know.
Yeah, if you want to try casting that.
but I don't know if I want to.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is a it's a meatball with teeth.
Yeah, it's clearly has teeth. It is also warm. It is very warm, and you don't think it's warm from body temperature.
Gross.
Like-
Okay.
Do
Well,
I-
I'm gonna take out my shillelagh and I'm
Okay.
absolutely just gonna poke it.
Okay.
Just straight up regular pokage.
It is
Sorry,
too
guys.
early for this bullshit.
Yeah.
I
So, Pahokee pokes it with her staff. And as she does so, it kind of, you hear sort of a rip, rip, and then it bites into the staff and comes out.
I'm going to grab.
No, I keep it.
Do I know what that is? Can I check?
You can make a knowledge arcana, make a knowledge check that you think could be applicable.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure
Can I
if,
make an
or make a
arcana?
knowledge religion check or a knowledge arcana check. Those
Now,
would be
keep
the
in
ones.
mind
Can I
that
make an
Pokey's
arcana check?
absolutely
Yes.
I'll do a
scared right
religion
now.
check
He's definitely
because-
going, ah!
Okay.
That's a 9.
Well, because like I know something about the like god
Roll
that they're
5.
worshiping, so maybe
Yeah,
I
that's
know a little
the-
bit about
yeah.
what this is, because that's where the sword came from.
Even with your 9, you can tell that this is an outworldly creature.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
It
doing
takes much to.
Yeah.
history. What's my thingy? History.
Wait, history or religion?
Religion.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, religion. +5. Okay.
Go ahead and make that roll. Let's see
Oh
if you get
my
anything
God.
good.
That's so gross.
24.
Wow. Okay. You know what that is. As it clamps down at the tip of Pahokee shillelagh, you can tell that is a maw demon budling. So a maw demon, from what you know, is a creature a creature of hunger that will eventually consume its host from the inside out, and then burst into a fully grown like demon.
let's
Ew,
pull that
that's no
out.
good.
Hey, Pahokee, you want to hold that shit over the fire?
Pahokee, you basically say this out loud. You're like, "That's a maw baby. That's a maw demon baby."
It's like, oh, that's a mod demon sword.
no.
I know, but we're
No,
not
I don't
keeping it.
call it a baby. I'm not gonna call it a baby. I was
You say it's a budling. Yeah.
well, like, that's a maw demon spawn.
Are you holding it over the fire, or are you just screaming with
I'm
it
going
in
to take Poke's shillelagh. She doesn't let go, so I picked up both her and her shillelagh. I'm moving the shillelagh over the fire.
Okay. You guys begin to burn the creature. Initially, it doesn't react to the fire.
Oh, it's probably resistant.
Yeah, it seems to not really be affected by the flames. But you see that it's slowly hurting itself. So the thing has taken 3 points of damage now. It seems to be wiggling kind of a little bit more aggressively as it's being held in the fire.
Because it wants to get off.
Okay, I don't want to touch this thing.
Let me make sure I did that right, and if I didn't, it's the way we're doing it.
I'm probably just screaming and holding
Yeah, you're just like,
holding on to my
The three kobolds
dangling
have
and
started
screaming.
joining you guys in the screaming, and they're like kind of dancing around you going, ah!
Could one of you gentlemen get Pahokee off the stick?
Do you want to let go?
Hang on, I am going to.
I don't know if Pokey can let go.
Poke is locked in.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Lightning Lord.
Okay, there we go.
So I'm going to take a string of lightning and flick it like a whip and fling it around this thing and pull it off of the shillelagh to see if maybe lightning damage does more. I'm holding it like this.
Okay.
So it's not in my hand, but it's dangling from my hand on a string of lightning.
And I'm gonna set Pahokee
It
and
has
her
to make a
shillelagh
strength
down.
check.
Yeah, go ahead and make a damage roll, because it does damage, right?
It does if I can get them within 5 feet of me.
Okay. Oh, okay. It's
So
fine within 5
it
feet,
has
so
to
yeah.
make a strength
So,
check,
yeah.
but I'm assuming it's a little blob.
It got like an 8.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you pull it off the thing with your lightning lore, and it's kind of like dangling in front of you, wrapped in lightning, and now it's
1d8 lightning.
Is it crisping a little?
6 points.
Yes. Okay. Suddenly, your lightning lore, as it gets closer, like the shock of it, suddenly pops it, just boop, and the thing is just fried and seemingly dead. It kind of falls out of the lore, like the spell ends, you know, and it falls out of the lore, and it seems to just slump on the ground, just kind of a crispy piece of dead demonic
Just
flesh.
shake the lightning away. Okay.
Well, there's not.
Well, that was
Wasn't it-
unpleasant.
Yeah, they're not. They're really not.
You said that was a budling. Do they get bigger than that?
Yeah, so they actually consume them away, so they're implanted into a host. and then they consumed their way from the inside out and burst forth fully formed as an adult. They're unpleasant. Yes, unpleasant is the term.
Yes.
Joxy.
Joxy and Cruz are staring at that, kind of like poking it a little bit now with their sticks.
That's fine. It's dead. Joxy, did you get bitten by something?
No,
did you get stabbed by something?
It's from the sword.
Oh, Vizian spear stabs into me.
It's
glowing
that.
green
It's the
spear.
glowing green sword that we saw.
Great. Okay. Well, we know we don't want to get stabbed by that thing.
That's probably
Yeah.
bad.
Unless you want
probably
unless you want to stomach.
bad.
What was the name
demon.
of that god that we were thinking?
Yinogu. Is the
Yinogu.
knoll.
So do the Maw demons technically you usually go with Yinogu?
I'll make
Or-
another religion check.
Okay.
Because it's kind of a different thing to know a creature versus like the origins of it.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah,
I'll kind of like
I know of this thing.
Yeah. But you might not know the relationship yet.
But because and they could, I don't know if they're just they're just a gross kind of demon thing that
Yeah.
exists, or if they're associated with this guy.
Tell you what, and roll with advantage because you guys do have a lot of extra information about this, knowing about
Roll,
Yinogu
okay,
and
so
stuff.
what's that mean?
So that means roll 2d20s and then take the higher of the two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so 16.
There's my device.
Pretty good already.
And 18 plus 5 is 23.
So you're walking encyclopedia. So Yinogu gifts his as the first gift to his faithful, will gift them an army of Maw demons.
Okay.
So it seems as though whoever's doing the howling, you can surmise that they have achieved the first gift of Yinogu. At least.
So our hyena friends seem to have made that demon lord quite happy. He's bestowed them with a gift. That sword. Supposedly they're gifted with an army of Maw demons. So this sword, I'm assuming, is their means of doing so. Hopefully they've only got one. But I don't. Do I know if there's? Oh no, this is just a magic, so I don't know if there's more than one. There's just. No,
Yeah.
they at least have
Yeah.
one.
Here's what it looks like, by the way.
Oh,
But
jeez.
imagine that like much smaller without the eyes developed.
Ew!
So that's one of the creatures that just you got pulled out.
I drew a meatball with teeth.
I was like, I was thinking
No,
meat.
yeah,
I was
exactly.
imagining Meatwad from Aqua Teen
Yeah.
Force,
No,
but
that's
with teeth.
so when they're little budlings, they start off with that, then they eat their
it's-
way out.
Oh, I
slowly.
see. So all grown up, they look like that. Gross.
Yes, exactly. So when they burst forth, they get like
Well-
eyes, limbs, and maw.
I'm really glad you didn't leave that in there.
Yeah.
That was pretty
Rather
good.
glad I didn't either. Oof, that was not what I was expecting to be in there.
Can I
be
have
honest,
my
but-
shillelagh back?
Yes, you can have your shillelagh back.
Your shillelagh has a little bit of demon ichor on it
That's
from the slime of the
okay.
mouth.
Well, because I thought I was just holding Pahokee on the shillelagh.
For a while you were.
Okay, so
And then you
Pahokee
let
let
go.
go. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm
so
gonna very
I had
carefully
Pahokee-
pick
Once
up
it was
what's
dead,
left
it
of
was
and just
okay.
drop it into the fire.
All right.
Gonna-
Again, like
I
it
know it
takes a
doesn't do
while.
much, but I'm just gonna leave it in there.
It takes a while, but eventually the thing
barks.
does burst into like flames and kind of melts down into ash.
That's
So-
awful. I hate
Yeah.
it. I love it.
Oh,
Did the
it
apples are
releases-
the apples tainted? Doesn't how do you
So
do you guys think
the
that we can eat
smell
these?
of the demon ichor starts to boil in the flames, and it releases a really like horrible, toxic smelling fume. Something that's almost undescribable, but you can kind of guess it to be more like
Sorry.
sewage bile.
Yeah, but are the apples? Do you think they're okay?
If you take them right now, I'm gonna.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna take
We
it.
have taken the food off the fire
You,
before
you
I dropped
begin
it in there.
to you begin to remove the food as the you don't want it to be cooked in the flames of demon goo.
I will happily.
Perhaps we should have thrown that. Perhaps we should have made a pit farther away.
Yeah. Well, the screaming though.
Yeah.
Let's just back away from that for now. It's
Yeah,
So,
let's find a different spot
As you
to
guys
sit.
kind of like, as you guys are kind of like sitting far away from the fireplace, you suddenly hear like an outwardly howl from
Shit.
the swamp. Just like,
That is outwardly.
I think perhaps that they understand that their little
thing is that?
hobbling is.
That's not
the,
good.
the howling noise causes the little kobolds to cower a little bit. They
no.
Joxy like goes over and is like they're huddled all together and like.
Do you know what that sound
He's
is?
like, when he points to the like fireplace. When they burst, they make the howl noise. They make the howling.
Yeah, it is.
It's
The other one's knowing what it is.
If anything, it's worse sounding than the demonic laughter, and it also feels like it's very close.
Oh no, Joxy.
Well,
Do they?
I think they know that we know at least there's something about those demons, or at the very least that one of them is gone now.
Yeah.
So they're definitely, well, I mean, I didn't imagine they'd be happy to see it to begin with, but...
They're extra gonna be pissed now.
Yes.
Joxy, do they know where we are now?
Joxy kind of like looks around and says, they chased us across the bridge, but they didn't see us enter farm. He stands confidently.
Oh no.
But the farm is in clear view of the bridge. So
I think it's best that we leave sooner rather than later for Petey's sake.
Yeah.
Petey kind of comes around the bed and is like, what's all that noise?
Don't worry about it. It's fine. We're dealing with it. Okay.
He's like, okay. He kind of puts down his crossbow. Says, do you guys
thumbs
need
up, you guys.
anything?
I did it. I know how this works now.
You make a persuasion check. I'm gonna make you make a persuasion check. You know what? We're gonna do this.
Alright, okay. Okay.
It's like Pokey.
Thumbs up, y'all.
5.
Thumbs up, y'all.
And then do I add to it?
Whatever your persuasion buff is.
Do I have
Yeah, I mean, everyone's got some level of persuasion.
charisma?
It's whatever persuasion says.
I have good charisma, so it's 5 plus 3.
Okay.
It's an 8.
Petey says okay, but doesn't sound convinced at all.
It's fine.
And seems to be like loading crossbows.
Honestly, I think he probably
He
should.
bought it, you guys.
We're gonna be making our way as soon as possible to try and, I guess, bring any attention we might have brought this direction away from you.
You mean they know where I live?
No,
so hit me from the bridge.
No, that's.
He like looks over and you can see his farm clearly in view of the bridge.
They don't. They obviously don't know where your farm is. We just want to make sure it stays that way.
Obviously.
Make a persuasion check. Now, he looks nervous. Petey's looking a little nervous right now.
Okay. 12 plus 6, 18.
Okay, alright. Having come over and like spoken to him directly, he kind of like goes, okay. Well, if I'm safe to live here still, he kind of looks around and says, you all could use some weapons, right? He puts on, like, he kind of like brings out a few like hand crossbows for you guys and then puts out a normal crossbow. He still has his own crossbow, but he's... And then like puts out like a pack of like 50 bolts. Says, you're gonna need these in there. Go on.
You know, I'm a druid. We don't have weapons. Hides shillelagh.
I do. I have a crossbow. So I'm just gonna
50 bolts? Yeah. He adds you more ammo.
So
he also has hand crossbows if you guys want one.
I have a light crossbow.
So that's like a normal crossbow, so a hand crossbow does like a D4 damage instead, but it's like easier to wield.
What is
It's like a gun?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh,
It's a crossbow gun.
Well, I already have my own crossbow, but if you're willing to give me a little more ammunition, I would appreciate it.
Yeah. He hands you the pack of 50 bolts. Did you want a crossbow? Like you have your claws, but like a crossbow would be a good ranged weapon.
I don't have a ranged weapon, so except for that javelin that I took.
Yeah, it's true. You can toss that.
But I'll go ahead and take one of the small crossbows.
Okay. Yeah, he hands you a hand crossbow, and then also hands you 50 bolts as well.
Oh, also 50 bolts. Okay. Because I was like, I can give her some of the 50 that he gave me, but...
No, it looks like Petey does have a lot of crossbow ammunition. He's
Okay, because that means I have 70 bolts now.
Yeah. So your light crossbow does a D8 damage and has a range of 80 feet to 320 feet. Jesus.
Wow. What is...
Well,
Well,
Hoki's just gonna sit there and stare at this like...
Anything past 80 is at disadvantage, though.
Exactly,
Far
yeah.
range. So it's 80 feet?
Yep, 80 feet.
Okay, is there an attack bonus with a light crossbow?
You're proficient with it, right?
I think so.
Yeah, you get your proficiency bonus plus your dexterity modifier. And then you also get your dexterity modifier to damage.
So it's still the plus
I don't know.
Okay.
Do I know how to use it? Oh, I should.
You know how to use a hand crossbow, actually.
Yeah, okay.
So yours has a range of 30 feet. It's light, though, and it's easy to load.
Okay.
But it deals 1d6 piercing damage. And it's going to be your proficiency bonus plus your dexterity modifier to hit.
Okay, so what's my proficiency bonus is 2 plus my dex?
Yep.
So that's 4? 4? Actually, let me check mine.
Yeah, what's your dex? Yeah. I thought your dex was 3. Maybe it wasn't.
It is. Oh, it might be higher on the thingy. I'm trying to figure out where it is. Hang on. This
Yeah, no
map
worries,
is
no worries.
Confusing.
Yeah, it takes a little adapting to get used to.
No, fuck. That's not what I want. Where's my dex?
Go back to
Oh,
your...
there. Oh, no, that's acrobatics.
Yeah. Oh, hit on the, that icon, and then go to your main character sheet at the very top, I think is the big button. There you go.
Okay. My dex is +2.
Oh, so
So okay, so that's 4.
so you have +4 to hit.
Okay,
And
so
then you also
1d6
add...
+4.
Yeah. And you also
I am
add,
proficient in light crossbows.
perfect.
I feel like as a druid and also as the character Pahokee is, I don't think Pahokee wants to take the crossbows that are being offered.
Oh, that's fine, You don't have to. He just put it on like a little table next to the barn and like kind of offers it up for y'all.
I think Pahokee's like, no, we're gonna take care of it. You should go inside and take your pig and your crossbow.
You see he's like kind of like putting on leather armor right now. He's like, yep, I'm gonna be inside.
Yep, it's all fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Actually, with all of this going on, and everything we've been hearing, I think Torrin's actually going to take a minute to cast Mage Armor.
Mage armor. Okay, you prepare yourself. You you want to describe your spell? Yeah. You
I
describe
would
it,
say
yeah.
just kind of, like, just feeling a little unsafe. He just kind of reaches for that magic and is like with the intent of trying to protect himself. And there's a brief blue shimmer that happens and then settles into his coat, and then you can't see it anymore. But that is. I have Mage Armor up, which means my AC is now 14.
There we go. All right.
For 8 hours.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's gonna be a lot of time. So yeah.
Okay, well, sorry, I've just double checked with the hand crossbow. Okay, so 30-foot range, 1d6 +4.
1d6 plus
That is
2.
one
It'll be
of my
1d6 plus your. So you have a +4 to hit, and then you deal 1d6 plus 2 damage.
Okay.
So it's 1d6 plus your dexterity modifier.
Okay, but it's +4 to hit.
Yeah, +4 to hit.
First level? Yes, okay.
And then you have 50 bolts, and they're easy to load, so you can just kind of do that.
That is one spell slot expended.
We're gonna not worry too much about the loading thing because the time
Sorry,
required to load is
+4 to hit. I don't know how any of this works still,
Yep.
so...
Oh no, that's fine. Yeah, and we'll kind of explain it if you want to get a really
Alright, so
detailed.
currently I have a dagger, a hand crossbow, and that javelin.
Yeah, and you have a javelin as weaponry.
And my
I feel
javelin.
like I should pull up my D&D Beyond just so I can keep note of
Yeah,
how
I actually
spell
updated your
slots
sheet too.
I
I need to
have
update yours.
open.
I'm sorry.
I'm
I
so
thought
bad
No,
at
it's
remembering
I
spell
forgot.
slots.
I forgot to update it.
I thought you were on like if you were doing it already. So, but if your character sheet is all up to date, then you're good.
Shoot,
Anyway.
is it
My
an
character
app?
sheet is up to date. I need to.
It's
we
not
need
an
to
app.
fix
Yeah,
It
we
should
can
be
add
an
that
app.
stuff. Yeah, I totally forgot to do that for you.
Is there an
my
app?
AC is also.
No, but you can go to the website.
Because
be
it also
an app.
has my AC incorrect too.
So kind of after that excitement, like sort of the energy kind of like still kind of mellows out, and you still have time. The kobolds seem to still be kind of like getting ready and stuff. So you guys can like interact with them, or you guys can just wander around the farm or talk to Petey. Petey is actually decked out in his like kind of like studded leather armor now. He doesn't look super intimidating. Kind of like it seems to be a goofy farmer. He's holding a normal crossbow, which looks a little bit big in his hand, so he's not like proficient with it, but he does have it.
Can I actually just kind of take a look over past the bridge and see if I see anything?
Yeah, make a perception check. Rolling away.
There you are.
One of my... That's
I can't wait until I get the D&D Beyond section of this fixed
That
because
would be
for
a
some reason
Big old
it's
10.
so much easier for me.
You look over to the bridge and note that it is a stone bridge crafted for what look like halfling feet.
Okay.
So it's a little bit smaller. But beyond that,
Not missing anything out,
the dirt trail kind of like goes past it and then kind of enters the swamp. You can see where the soil turns more to swampland, where it's more wet, but you don't really see anything beyond that. Like yeah.
I should have rolled the other dice.
Alright, I'm gonna do the same sort of thing and just kind of take a look, just kind of...
Alright, you note that Torrin is kind of like analyzing the kind of the lay of the land. Go ahead and make a
So,
check.
I
rolled a 6.
This is perception, right?
You have some
I have
low
a
rolls
plus
today.
4, but I rolled a 6.
Yeah. Make a perception check.
Okay. Perception.
Yeah, I'm rolling good today. That's a good
I
sign.
know. I was like, oh, maybe your rolls will turn around later.
Okay.
The damage wasn't bad. I got a 6
Yeah,
on a
yeah.
D8, so
Just-
that was fine.
You ripped it up.
Oh, one.
Oh! You note that on the side of the
So-
bridge that you guys are on, the dirt is not wet.
It's gonna be like, it's 4 with my modifier, but yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
know.
You don't spot a lot, and
So I just kind of like glance over and I'm like, okay, well it's dry on this side.
Yeah, it's dry here.
Oh.
Yeah. So you basically you two surmise there's no immediate danger following the bridge.
Sorry, I don't wanna ruin everything. On D&D Beyond, it said.
Jesus. Whoa.
Sorry, you said I had 6 spells to select, but on D&D Beyond, it says I can only have 2 second levels.
No, you can only cast 2 second level spells. But you have 6 spells total that you have prepared. Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I understand how the form is working.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
understand.
So there you go. All right. So if you guys want to like chat with the kobolds anymore, or if you guys are ready to tell them to get off, it's about 7 o'clock right now. Let's say about an hour has passed. So after all of that, like,
I'm gonna finish my tea and my food real quick.
all right. You guys finish your meals, and you guys actually feel pretty good. High energy. Yeah.
With mage armor on, D&D Beyond's armor class is actually correct.
Wow.
Okay, there you go.
Would
That's really good.
that count as a small rest?
I would say it's a short rest. Sure.
A short rest?
Yeah.
Would that revive your 1 spell slot, or would that
No,
not?
so spell slots come back after long
okay.
rests,
Yeah.
which are like
Making
the
sure.
6 to 8 hour rests.
Yeah, so I can cast 1 more level 2, but I still have 4 level 1s.
Well, and to be frank, just to kind of give you a little meta knowledge, it's a good thing that you did that. It's a good thing.
It sounds like it was a good thing.
Yeah, it sounds like we would have had a much bigger problem
Yeah.
down the line if that thing ate through Joxy.
I think as I should go and check out, like, you know, all the brewery stuff, make sure it's all on the up and up, and I'm definitely not gonna go look and sniff all the whiskey.
Do you want to try to take some whiskey?
Yes.
Okay.
It's for the good of everyone, it's fine.
How are you gonna do this? You
just
you
gonna
tell them you
wander
know
around.
that like Joxy's house is connected to kind of like what looks to be some sort of brewing silo.
Joxy's house?
Or not Joxy, sorry, Peevy's house.
Peevy's
sorry.
house, there
That's
you go. I was
my-
like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just figured I'd wander around his silo, look
Right.
around.
You kind of like poke your head in. You kind of see there's like sort of a brewing station where Petey seems to almost hand brew each bottle. Like it doesn't seem like it comes in a large batch.
Oh.
Very much barrels that are kind of like halfling size. Yeah.
Microbrews!
He does have a case of about 9. Like he probably has 2 or 3 cases. Each case having 9 bottles of
Well,
hag
I'm
apple
small. I
brew.
don't really need a lot.
Yeah.
And anyways, I was just looking for one to have in my pack.
Okay.
I mean,
wanna
obviously,
just
you give
grab
me
a bottle?
one
There's
anyway.
a ton of bottles. Like there's
I'll
like a
take
pile of like empty bottles. There's some labels that he's had custom printed, which has his thing on.
Whichever one has the most obvious apple content.
Okay. He's got one that has a label that's like "Do not touch," still brewing, and it's got like a big calendar next to it with a bunch of X's all over it.
Oh. But it isn't labeled with apples?
You're not sure.
Does
You make an
anyone-
investigation check if you want.
I'm not gonna really search that hard. I'm honestly just gonna go for whatever one's like closest to Pahokie's height.
Okay. You just snatch over a standard bottle of his
Yeah,
of his
it's
swamp
fine,
apple
it's fine.
brew. Yeah. Or swamp apple whiskey.
One
Sorry.
of these is fine. Okay.
Yeah. Or
And then
rot
I
apple
continue to
whiskeys.
wander. I honestly just want to wander around the farm and take stuff.
Make a quick sleight of hand check. 'cause
Okay.
I forgot to say that.
How?
Make a d20 plus your sleight of hand check.
Okay. What is my...
It's gonna be at the bottom.
It's gonna be dexterity. Oh, I
Yeah.
actually have okay dexterity. The idea was less gonna be sneaky about it and more like,
Oh.
oh, I deserve this, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Okay. All right.
I got a 13 plus 2, so that puts me at a
That's
15.
Okay, you actually kind of like you feel pretty confident about it. You kind of just grab a bottle and you're like, yeah. And you put it in your pouch. Petey kind of wanders by and is like, what are you doing in my little office?
Oh, I took this.
Oh, never mind. Petey kind of like, Petey shakes his head, pulls out his pocket watch, clicks it a bunch, and says, just take it. Just get out of here.
Yeah, thanks.
You saunter off. Petey's
Oh.
like,
Yeah, I'm definitely not using this D20 anymore.
oh no.
I just rolled a
cursed?
1 and a natural 20. I'm gonna use this one.
It's
We'll
cursed.
use this one. Today is a cursed day.
I
Hey! Oh, yeah.
sure.
No worries.
Go.
Oh, we get an audio echo? Oh no.
We don't have any other audio on.
Yeah, I don't think we get an
There's
audio.
no audio?
An audio echo is happening.
Oh no, I
Oh.
missed the start. Look, also no audio. Oh, audio echo.
Audio echo.
But it's okay. We're still hanging out at
PD silo. We're just getting breakfast with some kobolds. I'm wandering around. I'm grabbing some apple whiskey and taking
I
it.
pulled a gross bitey meatball out of one of the kobolds.
There was
Yeah,
a
I
gross,
pulled a meatball.
bitey meatball.
Grosser meatball out of.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot to mention it's like blue. It's like a blue meatball.
Oh, I
But
colored
it's
it
covered
orange.
Well,
I gotta
it's
color
blue
it
covered
blue
in like a
now.
black ichor.
Oh, perfect. The blue goes well with the grossness. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. Does Pahokee see color?
That's a good question. It might not be relevant. As a goatish creature, who knows? I guess.
Yeah.
As a goatish
What's the matter over here?
Terrifying square pupils.
Square people?
Breakfast for
I thought about having
Breakfast
bar
burritos.
pupils. I haven't decided yet, but I also haven't taken off my cloak.
That's true. We haven't
Yeah.
really seen much of Pahokee.
It's true. Currently, we know Pahokee is in there. Where is the cork?
I suspect you probably know
Oh,
Pahokee
Nina,
is
do
in
you
the
have a
fun.
cork that you pulled?
Right here?
No, the
The one for this.
yeah, the
black one.
the
it was
reusable
on-
cork.
Top of it. Oh, I set the bottle down on the ground.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that's just one
so-
of my my many wine preserving materials.
Ah,
Still
that's
hanging
smart.
out
I didn't
front
realize.
with the
Yeah.
kobolds.
It's just
And
so that
Pahokee
way
is
we keep
stealing
the
whiskey.
fizz.
Yes.
Yes,
You
the good
hear
part
kind
of
of a
it.
little commotion from the house. But the kobolds are kind of like talking around you now. The Ka and Bro keep talking about how Joxy is an amazing inventor, and they point over at the cages. He's like, Joxy made those.
It's very impressive.
Yeah, and Joxy seems to have a better spring in his step. He's bouncing around a little bit more, and seems to be doing pretty well.
Is his wound still open?
No, it seems to have kind of like closed a bit. In fact, it looks almost like the creature was burrowing into him. And that was kind of what was causing this sort of like tear in his skin, or his scaly skin. And so now that it's out, it's starting to kind of heal a bit. So it looks a lot better.
Sorry, there's so much
Yeah.
of my just.
But you do note that like
that's your teeth.
Yeah.
Oh, God, teeth.
So kobolds kind of have like a mix of like soft
breakfast
skin that kind of like
burritos.
becomes a little bit harder and more scale-like. So that spot is all soft now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's got a big gooey spot.
Yeah, he's probably gonna have a cool scar.
All right. So
If
I'm
he
going.
survives.
I mean, it's a kobold, so who knows?
I'm gonna.
If he survives.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna go over to
You'll
Joxy and
have
ask.
anything to say about it.
I'm gonna go over to Joxy and ask how he's feeling.
Joxy feels amazing! He holds up his hands in a big like muscle person pose. Yes!
All right. No, not feeling any ill effects from the injury.
Nope. All cured. Great dragon power.
Oh.
Very good. Very good.
Cute. Okay.
Oh my god. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time thinking of anything to do right now.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm just eating my food, I guess.
You're just like
That's
you're happy that the
okay.
kobolds are back up.
The kobolds are healed. The kobolds are up, and the stupid meatball's dead. I'm just
Yeah.
eating my food.
Yeah. You're just
Well
like, I got my
then,
food.
friends, if we're all ready and we all have our materials and we've all eaten up and I've gotten the whiskey I was looking for, maybe it's time we help these villagers like we said we would. And Pahokee does like the full like arm swing, like ha ha. And I'm nowhere near you guys. I'm currently up at like the silo, but I can see you from up there, I assume.
So you guys hear from the distance kind of a quiet voice of Pahokee just going, we should help them! And she goes, ha ha!
Don't worry.
I'm just going to be like, so I think, are we ready to head out and meet with this, meet with Skillick?
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm
No, you're good.
You
Yeah.
fiddle in
real
with your
life
thing.
stuff.
Ah, yes,
No,
real
yeah, you're
life.
fine, please.
I was like, sorry.
Priorities.
People are yeah. It's the masks.
Ah,
yeah, yeah.
yes.
So in case you guys are wondering, Sarada made a bunch of handmade masks and put them up, and people are messaging her for them.
Yes.
So-
For her local friends and family.
So remember, social distancing, we are playing D&D with roommates. So
We all already
We all
lived
live
it.
together. It's
Yes.
too late.
It's too late.
One of us is a healthcare worker, so if I get corona, we'll all have it.
Not the sad
Burrito.
Yes, burrito.
No,
Go
everyone
ahead.
keeps glancing up and seeing burrito.
And there's like, oh, hey, you have burrito, we have mimosa. Together, we have one breakfast.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Later tonight, I will have breakfast for dinner for everyone. What happened? It's underneath you directly.
I think she broke.
Maya, you're gonna make it?
Maya like flipped open her book and
Oh.
her pencil just went flying.
Oh, that is some sour orange juice.
Oh, you don't like it? I like it because it's sour.
Oh, I
Pull
see.
down and let
You
go.
create a sling.
I didn't realize it was
Wait, so both you and Anita have made
Yes, we've made
accidental-
explosive pens.
accidental
Yeah,
pen
a
weapons.
lot of like pen. explo-
There's no winning today.
No worries. Oh, Joxy approaches you and pulls out a piece of wood with a kind of like what looks to be like an elastic strap, kind of like slung to it, almost kind of like slingshot-like. This rock thrower,
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
I invented it.
Cool. Hopefully it will help to help us today.
It shoots rocks. He starts shooting rocks in the air.
Okay. All right. Yeah, no. Maybe you
What's
should,
the range on
you
his
should
rock
save
shooting?
that.
Like 20 feet.
So he's
He's
decent.
actually he's decent at it. Yeah.
Okay, but you should save your ammunition for later in case we need it.
Best rocks.
Yes,
I'm just
keep
gonna
the
stay
rocks.
over and watch as those fly.
Am I gonna get hit by one?
I feel like
Yes. One donks you on the head.
and Viksha's cat eyes go
You see
and
it
starts
bounce.
couching them.
Yeah, you're like,
And so she's just like just like and then realizes what she's doing and just stops. It's like
you drop the rocks you can't. And you're
no,
like,
I just
Oh, you still have them. Okay.
I'm holding them. I'm like
Tor's just gonna take his empty breakfast platter and
she's gonna straighten up,
tonk it on
just
top of his head.
straighten up, shake it off, look around,
Just like
Just
alright.
rocks are yours
hand,
now.
hand them back to him, just kind of.
You see Pahokee staring at you with like big stars in her eyes. And you're just like, oh man.
She's just like, oh no,
Yeah,
this is.
A little grease from the plate kind of like drips on you.
it's fine.
She's just gonna blush in whatever way cats do. Just ears go flat. She's like,
This
whoops.
is fine.
Tail's a little poofed.
Yeah, just
Oh, that's wonderful.
it just
Respectful.
pretends like it never happened.
Yeah.
It happened, but she's gonna act like it didn't.
Yeah.
Damn, I keep forgetting the vocal components of spells.
Well,
Oh yeah. You can
once
say
all
crazy.
those rocks has fallen, Pahoki's gonna come down the hill and look very, very, very. So I'm feeling very confident today. I have prepped for today. I know that we have enemies that we must defeat. I guess we'll see about that. I don't believe in it, but we must press onward. I assume.
Yeah.
Yes. The kobolds
indeed,
kind of
I
like
believe that is the plan.
yeah. The kobolds like jump up and they're kind of they seem excited. They start like singing a kobold song.
Do I know it?
Sure. Hang on. It's not it doesn't seem to be a relevant song, but it is the story of Drakmar, the birth of Drakmar. They start to sing it. It's kind of like a war song of
And
sorts.
Viksha's paying very close attention.
So in Draconic, they
Tor's just
sing
gonna bounce it back and
Yeah.
forth.
they sing about how the first great dragon spilled his blood into the ocean, and from that blood came the first mortal dragon, Drakmar, the size of a continent. And Drakmar bites at the land because it's hungry, but doesn't like the food and spits it into the sky, creating the moon Lunera. And they talk about they basically like kind of repeat that part where it's the birth of the dragon and then biting into the land and spitting it out.
Yeah, I know this one.
Yeah.
Is this a story I'm familiar with?
You've heard, well, you might not have heard it from this kind of perspective.
Yeah.
You've heard of creation myths before, but this one almost seems more detailed than ones you're used to.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
Viksha's paying very close attention.
Yeah.
She's
So-
memorizing.
Yeah. So one element of this that is not common in the scriptures you've read is that the blood of the first dragon, the Urdragoth, created the normal dragons. You could surmise that, but to hear it in song form laid out is not so common.
Gotcha. So yeah, Viksha's just watching and memorizing.
Yeah.
Because well, she can pull out her book and like
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
you can
note
kind of,
some
like,
of
you
it.
can-
She's making little notes because she remembers things really well, but little notes she always
Meanwhile,
likes
I'm
to
just
take.
kind of like,
Yeah, you kind of like because it's
Like,
just
wait, I
a
know
little
this one,
nursery
yeah.
rhyme. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
from the
cute.
blood of Drakmar, all the dragons came,
Right.
And then
dragons
Viksha's
jumped.
just like scribbling
Yeah.
down lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the kobolds kind of know that, and
I
you know
just
Draconic?
dance. I don't think I do. I'm
No.
probably just dancing.
She doesn't.
Yeah, you probably just join in the dance. You're not really sure what they're saying.
I don't know if I care.
She's like, song! Song!
War song.
War song.
No
The
fighting.
kobolds kind of nod, and they like. You see Joxy rush over. He stacks the crates of skunks on his back and puts it like on his back, and he has a moon staff
Has
that he
any-
has.
No one's been sprayed?
No.
Of course
No.
not.
How are these skunks doing?
They seem to be pretty well. They seem to be doing pretty good.
They're
kind of
not stressed out?
If you want to make an investigation check, let's have you. Or wait, sorry, a handle. Either knowledge, nature, or animal handling check.
Oh, I'm
Your
not
choice.
good at either of those.
Okay.
Oh, it's just more of them like, do these skunks seem agitated?
Oh no!
Animal handling or... So you said animal handling or...
Or knowledge, nature check, just to kind of get an idea of how the status of the animals are doing.
My nature check is higher, so we're gonna do nature.
Okay.
Because my
I
animal
shouldn't
is...
be rolling any checks today. I just rolled a 2.
Boy, you have had a
Holy crap!
bad roll.
Stay in the bowl, damn it!
It popped right up.
Okay, so that is 16.
Okay. You get the sense that the skunks are doing well, but that also the skunks seem to be eager to fight.
Oh, that's
Like they're
weird.
ready.
So these skunks are on the same page as Joxy.
They're apparently on the Joxy apparently chose the right skunks.
Alright.
Joxy knows the way to the forest.
So,
Yeah.
so Viksha,
Finding the
as
skunks that are ready
Joxy
to
is
fight.
mounting the skunks and walking past, you
Yeah.
just kind of like gives the skunks a good long look and just kind of
You see one skunk put
Shrugs.
face paint on.
yeah, right. She just kind of looks at them and just kind of just shrugs and it's like, all right,
It's fine, bye.
and heads off behind.
Yeah. So Joxy seems to be the leader, and he's pointing heroically towards the bridge into the swamp, basically.
Now,
Alright.
this is a halfling bridge. How big is this river, and can Torn step on the bridge?
So yes, you guys as medium creatures can fit across the bridge. It's just that you can't.
If there was a roof, I'd be screwed.
Yeah, it's kind of just like
Okay.
a normal like.
Okay,
it's
so
just
you're
a
not, like,
stone
crazy
bridge.
heavy.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I'm not insanely heavy. I am heavy, but
And-
it's a stone bridge.
And remember, yeah, it's a stone bridge. But
Oh,
they
it's
also
a
have,
stone
like, yeah, it's
bridge.
just like it's a stone bridge.
So
It's
Torin
it's
just might have to walk
yeah.
one foot in front of the other kind
Like
of
you
thing.
won't be able to walk like side by side with
Yeah.
each other, but you guys can walk in a straight line.
Oh, okay.
Because I am. I mean, I'm 250 pounds, so I'm not like light, but
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm not
I don't even know how
huge.
much my character weighs. She's a cat, so she's
Oh,
not
I'm
very
so
heavy.
sorry. So this echo is happening. Hang on.
Why is this echo happening?
Yeah, I should have listened to the thing.
Is
One
it
second.
still
Let me see if I
happening?
can fix this.
yeah, we're gonna see if we can fix the. Yeah, we're gonna see if we can fix.
Was playing.
Oh.
Oh, sorry about that. So there could be a short echo.
Okay.
I see what happens. Oh, because the stream actually, because I actually put the stream up on my computer to see the extension, and the stream was putting audio through.
Oh, the echo's done now.
All right, so there you go. Hopefully the echo's out. Let us know.
Here, wait.
Hopefully it's not too echoey.
I can turn the sound on just real quick.
Oh yeah. Now you're gonna hear some echo. Yeah, okay. Alright, so sorry about that. First, like, 30 minutes or so, whatever, gonna be at some echo, but that's all good.
That's fine.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
get another soda really fast. Well, we
Yes.
are headed off to battle.
Yeah.
To
Or
battle.
discussion, or whatever the hell we were
Yep.
doing.
So you guys all gathered together, you have your resources, you got your packs ready, and then you guys are kind of setting off.
All right, Jack.
What's kind of the marching order do you guys think would be, in general?
I'm definitely just gonna be hanging out with the shorty crew.
Okay. So, Joxy, Brul, and Ka naturally keep trying to get ahead of everybody.
That makes
Well,
sense.
They
know
want to
where
be
we're
in front. They want to be in front.
Well, and they know where we're going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately, they are the ones who know where we're going. So
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
have to be.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I'm gonna do my best to stay. I'm gonna do my best to stay right up with them.
Okay.
Alright, and I'll bring up the rear since I've got the best passive perception, I think. So I'll be bringing up the rear, keeping an eye out,
Alright.
or ear out, I
Well,
guess.
passive perception. I think mine's actually one higher than yours.
It might be.
So we'll say this is kind of the marching order then.
So I'm bringing
Yeah.
up the rear.
Alright. So, Brul will be the one with the sling, and then Ka will be the one with the spear, which I think I had them flipped last time, but whatever. This will be Joxy, so he'll be like the little trapster.
He's
Yeah.
a widow nubbin.
And All right, so
Perfect.
as you guys cross the bridge, there's nothing like, immediately intimidating, but you do kind of get to level with the swamp, and the foliage around the swamp is very massive. This is an old swamp, and it has had time to grow in the wild with very little, like, human or humanoid influence. Like, normally swamps get drained near civilization, but this has just been allowed to grow. So, hold up a second. I have a short description. As you enter the swamp, the soil is soft with moisture and the air is thick with powerful leafy smells. Very much like a marsh. It's a marsh. Large cypress trees grow overhead, just unhindered, and so they kind of like encompass like the path as you guys kind of step into the swamp.
So they're
area.
like a tunnel.
Yeah, it's
Tree
kind of like a
tunnel?
tunnel. So as you step into the swamp proper, you can tell because like your foot kind of sinks in a little bit. The soil is soft with like moisture, the liquid.
High water table.
Yeah, exactly. And the trees are just above. It's very thick, but there seems to be kind of a light path that you sort of are following initially. Joxy seems to be pointing towards the path and is kind of leading you guys through.
Okay.
Are the trees and like tree branches like dense enough for me to be able to travel via tree?
Yeah, you could theoretically crawl above, like with your 20 feet, but you will kind of be left behind a little bit because you can only crawl at 20 feet. They're moving about 30 feet, like the passively, so they're kind of
But she can only go 20 feet.
Oh, you have slower? Are you slower? 20, are you 20? Or sorry, they're going 25 feet because they're short too.
Yeah.
Actually,
Where is my...
your speed I think is 25.
Yeah, I'm like she has lower speed because she's got
See,
short legs.
you won't be so far behind them, but you'll be a little bit further behind.
Okay,
if you
then I'll
continue
keep
to crawl.
walking.
Okay, all right.
I'll keep walking then.
So yeah, you guys are marching roughly 25 feet, kind of like as your base speed.
Okay.
Well,
Like collectively.
Can I say I'm actually okay? I know this
Yeah, yeah.
goes against the spellcasting thing, but I'm gonna try and be like right here,
Okay,
Like in the middle of the shorties.
like next
like
to Joxy.
literally right next to Joxy.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
I'm
Next to
gonna try
Joxy.
and be like right next to him.
All right, you kind of like you
And,
get ahead of like
Yeah. Then I'm going
roll.
with
How thick the tree cover is? Would Emil be able to see anything from the air, or is it just kind of pointless having him up
Emil will. Emil's been kind of like fluttering around to like, keep up with you. They're able to like stay on the branches and stay upward, but if they were to go above the tree line, it would be hard to discern if there's
see
anything.
anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it might be safer to have either Emil above and out of danger, or in there for an extra set of eyes, like underneath the.
there? I'll just keep him
The
above.
valley, yeah. Okay. All right. All right. That sounds good. Yeah, I forgot to ask where Emil was. In effect, let's have Emil's miniature out.
Yay!
And is it like, do we have like dappled sunlight in there, or is it like?
Yeah, it's like a dappled sunlight, and then also the ground is covered with colorful shrubs and reeds that kind of. It starts to obscure the shorter folks in there. So like, there's a lot of like reeds that are kind of like hiding. Like you can see you can see the heads of the kobolds, but like their torso
Gotcha.
and below are going to be like kind of hidden a little bit.
Gotcha.
But right now, you guys are still on a kind of an open path
Okay.
area. It is the further you get in, the denser it's becoming, and it's, like the shrubs are like slowly creeping in.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you guys are traveling for quite some time before you guys kind of hit a point where the reeds are kind of get in the middle of the reeds, and like every few steps there's like a little puddle of water, so it's getting a little bit damp. It's actually becoming a little bit harder to move around freely. You guys are used to like hard terrain. It's becoming, or you guys are used to like hard ground, but it's becoming harder terrain.
Like, Viksha's from the jungle environment,
Exactly,
so
so-
she's probably
Yeah.
okay with the mushy ground and
In fact,
humidity.
if anything, you two are actually used to it. Nita's from a swamp as well, and you're from a jungle, which is very similar environment.
Yeah.
Sorry, our tables upstairs are vacuuming right now. If you guys hear
Or
anything.
blender.
Or blender,
I
whatever
don't
they're
know
doing.
what it is because they do have a vacuum and it sounds different. Because they
true,
were
yeah,
vacuuming the other day when I was in
Oh,
bed and I'm like
yeah.
literally 3 feet from the ceiling. Actually, not even 3 feet because I can hit it with my head, so like 2 feet from the ceiling.
Yeah. Oh no, where'd Emil go? He's in there somewhere.
But anyway, yeah, they have some sort of machinery upstairs that is very loud, but at least they only ever use it during the day, so
Yeah.
that's nice. At
That
least they're
is nice,
considerate
yeah.
enough.
And also, it's like above our living room, so
Yeah.
Oh,
too
I
bad.
will definitely say
Where,
that, like,
where do you want a meal, by the way?
I was gonna maybe have him kind of.
Because he flies at what, 50 feet? So he can be ahead even.
Actually, I don't know if he
Yeah.
does fly 50 feet. Hang on, let me check.
Okay.
I have his stats. Give me a second. Why are you doing that? He does. He flies 50 feet.
Yeah.
So he has a 50-foot speed.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm probably gonna have him just kind of doing like a back and forth, like
Okay.
kind of up here in
Yeah.
front of us. So like.
Everyone make
there.
like a, let's say a knowledge nature check. Let's say a knowledge nature check.
Oh, okay.
I like nature.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
It's not that bad.
Okay,
But
okay.
It's not great. It's a 13.
Okay.
Okay.
It's better than a 10.
I roll an 11.
Plus
And
your.
then nature is intelligence, of which I rolled an 11.
Nature.
Oh, it's not one of your proficiencies?
It is not.
Okay. So you might not notice this.
It's not a proficiency. for
You,
me,
I think
but
you
have a
passed.
plus
You actually
2.
passed. Yeah, you
Okay,
actually passed.
17 plus 4. So
Jesus.
You're getting some big rolls. Okay, so
21!
so low rolls, big rolls.
Hey, it's
Alright.
okay because last time my die was really fucking
Yeah.
mean to me last week.
There's
was.
balance now.
It's true.
You guys hit a point where you notice that some of the like critters and animals that are around have kind of like have sort of pieced out a little bit. It's a lot quieter in this area of the foliage. And it's not necessarily cause for concern, but you do note that there's less animals in the region.
Okay.
So
It's getting. I would like to maybe ask Joxy. How much further is it?
Joxy kind of like pokes his head up over the reeds and kind of looks around and says,
Oh no.
Joxy then kind of slowly sinks down a little bit and kind of you see the top crate of the skunk as visibility.
Joxy, are we lost?
He pulls out a piece of leather that seems to have scraps on, like it seems to have like little markings on it. Not like he looks like he's pulled out like a really makeshift map.
Oh no.
He says, look for raised land, and then next to it is camp. He kind of like looks up, and you guys are kind of like in the thick of a jungle area, or not jungle, but like the swamp area.
So
the cypress
I
trees have kind of like covered most things. You guys don't
see.
see any like small rises from where you are.
So, but back at the at Petey's farm, we could see.
Yeah,
the
you can
rise.
see the rise. Yeah,
So,
Is there a way
Do
to
we
check if
have-
we're going in the right direction?
wait,
Or, like-
Emil.
yeah. I was like,
Emil. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So in that case, I'm gonna ask Emil to fly up
okay.
above the canopy and
All
see
right.
if he can see what we're
Emil,
looking for.
picks out a little worm from the ground, goes, I don't know, and then flutters upward and kind of like disappears upon the little canopy area.
Giving me attitude, man.
And then, how do you communicate with it? Like, do you
It's
have
telepathic.
Okay, telepathically. Emil motions towards like the northeast area and says that there is a small rise over on
Oh,
that.
I don't have to do a
Yeah.
perception check for him?
Oh no, he can clearly see it. Like
Okay.
he pokes his head out and there it is.
Okay, got it.
I kind of didn't anticipate you guys would be able to like fly through things, but it's all good. So it looks like Joxy might have been leading you a little bit off course, but now he's
So
kind of
all we gotta do is like
Okay,
turn.
so
yep,
I-
turn and go north.
I'm
with
gonna
it.
ask Emil to stay above the trees and
Okay.
kind of caw every few feet
yeah,
so that
yeah,
we can
okay.
keep track of where he's at.
All right.
And-
Does your birdie know about how many hours it'll be from here?
His intelligence is -4, so I doubt it.
he can tell you how quickly he can fly there.
Well, hey, that's
Would
something.
I be able to like?
You'll have to make you'll make an intelligence,
make
an
a-
investigation check to kind of figure that out. So
Okay,
make an intelligence check to
Let's
see if
see
you
if
can
I
figure it
can
out.
figure
Because
out.
you know
Yeah.
how fast he can fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can do that kind of.
Wow. Okay.
There we go.
You know it's gonna take you guys about an hour and a half to get to the rise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's close.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's actually really close. But the thing is, the foliage is actually what's making it slow for you guys. Like,
Yeah.
So it's actually
Oh my God.
really close. He can fly there much faster,
Sorry, I'm just
but
like,
So it's gonna take
I
us
can
about
literally
twice
say
that.
it's gonna
Yeah.
take us about an hour and a half as the crow flies.
Hey!
And looking at the foliage.
This pleases Emil.
Shut up! I always wanted to say that.
Emil
so-
paws pleasingly.
And after Tori says that, I look at the foliage and go, well, I suppose it's probably 2 to 3 hours as we walk.
Fair.
Yeah.
I have. Yeah. I would be looking down at my feet, which are currently sinking into the ground,
Yeah.
and just being like,
And it is
Yeah.
difficult terrain. So even though you're used to it, it's still difficult terrain. Like you know that there are pitfalls and swamps.
Yeah,
like
I'm familiar with this kind of thing. But,
So
but that's why
I
I'm
Yeah.
don't
Well,
want to fall in
perhaps
a puddle.
3 hours.
yeah.
so it's probably 2.
Closer to 2
2 hours
with your
without
intelligence
fast
check, you can say it's like 2.5-ish hours.
Okay.
And you guys don't need to walk the entire time. You guys can do a forced march, but you might be tired when you get there. Tired will give you exhaustion rolls on things.
I'd rather just go at our usual pace and
Yeah.
not risk
Okay.
anyone getting hurt or
Yeah.
springing a trap that Joxy might forget.
Right, especially because leading the front, we've got the our lovable idiots and Torin, who's not used to swamp.
Nope.
No.
So we've got the
It's-
three. Yeah, so
It's
we've
very sticky.
How hot is it here?
It's actually relatively cool,
Okay.
but
it's humid.
Yeah, it's pretty humid. So as you start to like exercise
So
more, you're gonna get warmer and warmer and more comfortable, more uncomfortable.
Well,
as it
he's
progresses.
wearing leather too.
Yeah,
whereas
I think I'm gonna take off the coat and
Alright.
just kind
You kind of
of drape it over
yeah,
my
there
shoulder.
you go. You still have your armor on, like you can
I
still
don't-
feel the magic on
Oh,
you.
my
yeah.
mage armor. I was like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
wear armor.
No, you still feel the magic like protecting you.
So
Yeah.
underneath, I just have
Yeah.
have my regular pants. Well, I mean, it's actually the picture of him kneeling over a meal, but just have my regular pants and like a light tan colored shirt and some wrappings that go from his wrist to his elbow.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah,
just like that picture. You guys
Hey.
change course a bit. Joxy seems to, he proudly proclaims like this way after the adjusted course, and kind of leads you like further through.
Wrong, guys.
nobody says anything. You just
Yeah.
follow.
I'm just
Yeah.
like, yes, absolutely, lead on.
Yeah.
Remember to not let us stumble into any
Yeah.
of your very inventive traps.
Ooh, very smart. He opens up the kind of like the
Oh, no.
the weird like map he has, and he puts a bunch of X's all over it, like just all over it. And then he nods and says, "We not fall in traps."
As for the back, I'm going to ask Joxy, how frequently do you accidentally test your traps, as it were?
Accidentally, never. Only by purpose.
Only by purpose. You've never. Okay.
Brule chimes in. He says, like, "The clans sharpen sticks for many, many traps. Many, many traps. Many traps."
Oh, Jesus, alright.
Okay.
We're gonna die.
Right?
About 20. Oh, sorry.
So I was like, okay. So she's just like,
I am keeping a very careful eye on my footing.
yeah. She's
Yeah.
just like, okay, definitely. Yeah.
I'm watching for possible spike pits, maybe some logs that are meant to fall down and smack me in the head, and I'm also watching for skunks.
Nisha is contemplating whether or not she wants to cast Blade Ward on herself. She's not
Just
doing
like,
it, but she's thinking about it.
So the next 30 minutes kind of go by, but let's have you make some perception checks.
Oh.
Like now you guys are on the correct path. Make some perception checks.
Shit! God!
11. Perception.
Wow! Oh
Pokey sees nothing.
no. Okay.
Pokey rolled a natural 1.
Oh, shit.
Oh jeez.
Hang on.
I mean, it's still over 10, but it's at 11.
16.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I guess I get the 4.
4. Okay. So as you guys traverse forward,
We're doing
the
real
next
good
30
there.
minutes, you notice that the reeds are kind of like really kind of like getting higher and higher. You still see the top of like the kobolds and the short ones, but they're still like it's kind of like it's starting to cover
Just
their
horns.
mouth. Yeah, you see like their little pointy bits kind of coming up. You note that like as you guys are moving forward, there's the levels of the swamp start to become a little bit uneven. There's a path that kind of goes upward a bit, and then one that continues down through the reeds. As two kind of like major ways. Joxy seems to insist that you guys stay in the reeds, but the other path seems to be overlooking that area. And that's kind of where the cypress trees are.
Jaxie,
Okay.
are there traps over there? Points to the
Is-
obvious area.
Does it seem like Emil is traveling towards the reeds, or...
Emil
Up the
seems to be
hill.
is cutting just straight through, so yes, basically. Like Emil seems to be communicating that the reeds is the direct route. It's the more direct route.
the opposite way of the reeds.
All right, and
Okay.
Because I got such
with
a low
the
perception.
density of the reeds, is our walking speed slower?
Yes, it
So-
is becoming slower because now you're going to enter like difficult terrain.
All right.
and it's going to be harder to see things on the ground.
Okay, and the trees are more dense?
Yeah, because it's a lot thicker foliage. This area is more like shrubs and long reeds.
Okay.
The area above is more going to be like the trees and going to be like
so
all
where
the
we are, the
overhanging.
trees are like
way above you. Yeah,
up.
they're way above you, kind of hanging over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he sees a secret super good Pat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pogue's just looking away from the reeds like, are there traps over there, Joxy? Because that is clearly the way we are going.
Joxy kind of looks up at the trees and doesn't seem to remember. He's kind of scratching his horn. He's like, don't remember. Me not only inventor, but me smartest inventor. He kind of gives you a little shake.
That's okay, I do that.
Well, okay. I'm the
I
only person right now
Joxy's.
who I think has any common sense, which would be Viksha. Okay, so I think our guide is a little lost, but the raven, or my raven, is going in a direct route, which is through the reeds. But there's also apparently something that might be easier for us who are not flying. I don't know which direction we should be going.
Either direction's good with me. Joxy says that there probably aren't traps there.
You absolutely believe
I know
Joxy.
the more direct route is this
Yeah.
way, but
Yeah.
obviously that's going to be a bit more difficult.
Yeah, and the difficulty is our our map maker here doesn't remember where he put his traps, so I'm not sure which path is going to be more trapped than the other. However, what's the cover like over on the higher path?
There's a lot less cover, but you will have like a kind of a height advantage, I guess. If you guys are just strictly looking down into the reeds area. The trees are a little bit more spread out, but the base of the trunks are more spread out, so there's gonna be less cover up there. But the ground seems to be more stable.
And
It's just down
these
here there is more
hyena
cover.
creatures, they're like big.
They're
right?
big. They're big boys. They'll be harder to hide in the reeds, but they'll be kind of on even footing with you if you guys go up into the like where the cypress trees
What
are.
are they called again?
They're knolls.
Knolls.
Well, given that we are potentially going to come across knolls, the direct route may be a bit slower, especially for you and I. But there's less chance that we could be snuck up on the lower route. However, if we go up the hill, it will be faster.
Wait, wouldn't it be easier for them to sneak up on us?
No, because they're like bigger.
They're
than you and
big.
I.
They're bigger than you.
So
They're like
they would have a hard time
they would have a
hiding
harder time
in the woods.
hiding in the reeds.
Basically, they would just be.
Yeah. You guys could theoretically even crawl through the reeds, go at like a quarter speed, and be like really stealthy.
Whereas
I have an
hyenas can
idea.
hide
Yeah,
well.
they
dappled.
would not be able to
Okay.
hide in the reeds.
So, I can make it so we can pass through here and nobody's gonna know nothing, okay?
Oh,
I
okay.
have the skill to make this happen. So that's an option if you guys want to be all hidden-y.
oh yeah. So she has a spell called Pass Without Trace, which will allow you guys the
That
ability
gets
to
a-
like
That's a plus 10
Yeah.
to stealth checks. isn't
yeah
it?
yeah. So basically, it kind of allows you to sort of like everybody within a 30-foot
Ain't
radius
nobody
to
gonna
basically
know
leave
nothing.
this. Yeah.
All right, so
Well,
So that is an option. That is actually an option.
not that.
And that would work really well in the reeds. Not so well up on with the cypress trees because the trunks are larger and there's more room kind of like between it.
well,
Unless you guys stick to the shadows, then you guys
So
move
it
with
matters,
the
as I suppose, the matter of comfort and speed versus,
well,
the opposite.
personally, I would prefer not to get snuck up on by gnolls. And I'm granted my feet are now
Muddy,
absolutely
muddy.
soaking,
Yep.
but I'm willing to trade a little discomfort for a little more cover.
Yes, I'm perfectly fine in this type of environment, so I'm not bothered by the mud.
Well,
And
we're going straight through the reeds.
Yeah.
Then.
All right. Well,
All right.
obviously,
Through the
though
reeds.
it's fortunate
Do
none
we
of us
want
wear
to be
shoes. This would be
secrety?
very unpleasant. Imagine if we were wearing shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, that would suck.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Hold on,
what?
just
He
wait.
waits.
Sorry, what? I didn't.
Secrecy!
Yes.
Please.
Okay.
Secrecy would be a
Alright.
good plan. Thank you very much, Bo.
Pahokee reaches into the back of the cloak and rips out a little leaf of something something and into a different part of the cloak and brings out a little bit of wood of something something and just sort of smacks them together until they burn together and be like, now we can pass without trace. A little puff of smoke from the little stick and the little leaf, and it just is pah! And then I look around really proud.
Nice.
We did it, guys. It's done. Okay?
Excellent, Bogan.
That's a spell I haven't seen before. Very interesting.
So she casts Pass Without Trace.
All right, let's.
Which a veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection. For the duration of the spell, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a plus 10 bonus to stealth checks and cannot be tracked except by magical means.
Exactly.
Oh,
you guys.
and you also don't leave tracks anymore.
Yep.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, so
That's very good, especially with gross muddy ground.
Initially, you
And my
don't
giant
feel, you don't feel any different. But then slowly, as kind of like the weird, like haze that she creates dissipates downward, you note that as you lift your foot and step like forward, you don't leave any tracks in the mud from that step.
The fog didn't work last time too great, so I thought this might work better.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys
very
now.
good idea.
Yeah. Let's have you all roll a like a passive stealth check with the plus 10 bonus right. Or not a passive, a stealth check with the plus 10 bonus now. Plus 10.
So it's your stealth plus your modifier plus 10?
Yeah,
Yeah.
plus 10. Plus 10 right on top of all that.
14, 24.
24. All right, big 24. What'd you get?
Okay, but
20.
Okay, that's still really good.
I was
That's
like, I
really
rolled
good.
a 6!
That's
I got
really, really good.
15.
His cloak is rustling like all
Little
hell.
rustling. Little on the edge.
Also would have been a 5.
How are our kobolds doing?
I rolled once for them and they got a 15 on the die, so they have a 27.
25. Yeah.
So they're
27.
They're fine.
Yeah, they're
Look, I
basically
did it,
like-
guys.
Yeah.
Well, this is where they're from.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I don't need to roll for a meal, do I? This is above the tree.
Emil is within radius of the spell, so yes, roll for Emil. But Emil will be hidden in a different way, kind of hidden in the
And
branches.
this is only gonna last for like an hour, guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna...
So about halfway through.
Are we only halfway through, or
Well, because it's gonna take 2 hours to walk that way.
Oh, you said it was
so-
going to take 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And it's only been 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's only been,
Stealth is deck. Okay.
But it's a scary space.
It's a 17.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be a little bit
I
higher.
rolled a 5.
and also
It's
Emil
better
Emil is
than
still
He has a
decently
plus
hidden.
2,
Yeah.
But also Emil is a bird above
Yeah.
a forest where there are birds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's not as unusual, but
Yeah.
yeah, no, I roll.
and crows aren't always in packs.
No,
It's
yeah.
fine.
So you guys effectively like begin to move a little
Technically, that
bit
would've been better.
without you guys move without trace. You guys don't leave any tracks, and you guys feel pretty confident because you feel like your stealth is working really well. About 25-ish minutes, you come across you guys are kind of sort of using the brush as cover, and you come across a strange sight. You see on a small rise on a short small, not the big hill that they're talking about. You see a humanoid kind of slumped over, looking over what looks to be a dead fire pit, a little dead fire pit.
Is this our mage friend from earlier?
You're not sure. Okay, yeah, because
Okay.
it's a character from behind. They have kind of like a javelin, kind of they're sort of leaning on a javelin, and kind of just, seemingly looking at this little fireplace. With your stealth checks, however, as you approach, you note that there's a little bit of rustling around the area. So go ahead and show me your marching order.
I don't think we've really changed.
I think it's the
Yeah,
same.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll have it be. So I want to make sure that it's kind of in the pack here, and then we'll say Emil is probably over here.
Yeah, because Torin's up with Joxy, and then we've got the other two, and we got the shorty squad, and then I'm bringing up the rear.
All right, so the rise is probably about. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so. Dang it. So one thing I should tell you about, because for suspension of disbelief, normally you can't move diagonally across, just because that technically that is a 5-foot movement, but for the sake of the grid, we'll have to count it as 10. so hang on a second.
Do you
10,
want us
20,
to
30,
just
40,
adjust where our
50,
characters
60,
are?
70, 80, 90. I just want to make sure the distance is right. So roughly 80, 90 feet away, you spot this individual, because the rise is kind of coming up. This is all covered in reeds.
Okay,
So
Are we
initially,
heading this direction?
no, you
this
guys
way.
are kind of heading this way.
We are
Yeah,
headed
yeah.
this way. Okay.
So, now, because of your stealth check, you guys seem to have gotten the surprise on whatever, the person that's kind of slumped over on the little fireplace here. But in the same time, with your passive perceptions, you notice that there's a few bushes that are kind of shaking in the area.
Can I roll an investigation check to see if I can tell, or a perception check?
It's going to be a perception check, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, roll a perception check now that you guys kind of have a sort of a jump on it. Because you guys are hidden and nothing seems to be tracking you, but you do note that you kind of spot that.
Thing over there. I will also try to determine.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone make a perception check.
Okay, that could be worse.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I missed my bowl, but...
17.
17, okay.
21.
21, alright.
Right.
And 19.
Yeah, that's right.
19, alright. The three of you spot, hidden in the reeds, are several kobolds. They seem to be... you can't really determine...
If they're good kobolds or not.
Yeah. You're not sure, just because, like, you're dealing with both, like, two clans of black-scaled kobolds.
Yeah.
So even you, Maya, or Eric, you kind of have a
Can't
difficult
tell.
time because they're hidden. They're trying to hide. But you have spotted three of them kind of, like, rustling through the reeds. They don't seem to have noticed you. But they are rustling around. Several of them seem to be like you once in a while you catch the glint of like a metallic weapon like being held. So the kobolds seem to be like down in the brush.
Do they seem to be like trying to flank this person? Do they seem to be trying to move in a specific direction?
Make an so that's an investigation check. So make an investigation check. Let's.
Fuck you. And I'm gonna
5.
I'm gonna roll an investigation as well, just to see if I can notice anything like
Jesus!
I'm so
anything
sorry.
that's like
Yeah, go ahead.
anything particular about them that
Okay,
could be
about them.
ability
that-
Okay.
yeah, about them.
Balls
About
that-
them. All
Yeah,
right.
about them specifically that I
Okay.
could potentially be like, hey,
Yeah.
do your clan wear leather vests? Kind of shit.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check on them.
14.
Okay. You're not sure if you can surmise much, but you do know that they are all three. Well, the two that you can kind of see.
These two.
Yeah, those two. They're wearing combat leathers, and they seem to have little face masks on. Both of them are the two of them are holding vicious-looking daggers, like kind of like messy-looking knives, and they don't seem to have the traditional like javelins that you've seen that the other kobolds have or
Okay.
slings. These ones look like they're equipped for stealthier combat.
All right. Well, and based on the kobolds that we saw back in the village, the ones that our friends
Yeah.
came from, they were wearing a little bit more
Yeah, so
rustic.
Yeah, several of them weren't even wearing armor. They were just had the rags and stuff like that. These ones, like I said, have combat leathers. They're tighter. They have face masks, and they seem to be holding daggers, and they seem to be looking around. They're like, kind
Okay,
of like
so
looking
I'm
around.
gonna go ahead and Viksha's going to assume that these are what's his fucks guys.
Can I? Shoot, I don't know if I can. He has a fly
Oh.
speed of 50. I was
Oh,
gonna
you want to
say,
just kind of send the raven
I'm
over?
kind of wondering if I could maybe get him somewhere in here to
How
see who the
far
person
is
on the
this guy
rise
from
is.
us?
All right, let's
He's like
have
80.
let's have the raven. Let's have Emmy do another stealth check then,
Another stealth check.
yeah.
Okay.
because it looks like kind of you sort of relay sort of the information on them.
Like they're wearing leathers and they've got metal weapons.
Okay,
which
so 9 plus 2. Does he still have the plus
Yeah,
9?
he's at the plus 10.
21.
21. Oh, okay. So, the raven kind of like, picks at itself a little bit, looks at you, kind of like, sort of gives you a nod, and kind of like flutters silently over. You make it about, you make it, 50 feet over? So,
Yeah.
yes, he's about, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50.
like
Yeah,
roughly
50
there.
right there.
So
Yeah.
he's like,
I
So
wanna see if you can tell.
you're still above, like, he kind of like flies over, then kind of like lands on a
Lands on
branch
a
over
tree.
them.
I'm trying to see if you can tell who's over here.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna give you another. You can make a perception check from the raven. Yeah, the raven.
That's 8 plus 3, so 11.
11. Okay, that's actually enough.
Okay.
You spot that's a dead body propped up. That's a dead body.
So
And
this
you can tell this because the raven notes that it's just really slumped over, and the hands are limp. The fireplace has also been dead for a very long time.
So
This looks like it's an
looks like a
ambush. Yeah,
trap.
this is an
This is an
ambush or
ambush.
trap. Yeah,
Okay.
this is a trap.
So okay, so Emil really.
I'm gonna ask him to kind of
Okay.
head back a little.
Make another stealth check for him.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Alright.
Every time the meal moves, I'm gonna make it.
Okay.
Okay, never mind.
That's 25 plus 2, 27.
As silently as Emil arrived at the spot, it takes flight and kind of glides back.
Right.
Alright.
Well,
I'm a
and again,
bird.
He's a bird in a forest.
Exactly.
So he's
Yeah. It's
really
not weird.
out of place.
It's not
True,
weird. Yeah.
But I mean,
He's quiet.
sometimes if people are bored, they take a shot at him.
Yeah.
So very quiet birdie.
Very quiet birdie. All right.
Okay.
All right.
So-
did you want to do anything in this really quick?
Oh, I just kind of want to be like, nudge. Who's Spear?
That's Ka.
Okay.
Ka.
Hey, Ka. You know that guy? Just point down to any of them.
Ka starts to peek their head up and can't see anything, and so it peeks down. They're smart enough to know when you guys are being stealthy,
Okay.
and so Ka like shakes head like I can't see, no eyes.
That's fine.
So I say,
I'm also like,
yeah,
I'm
we're all
trying
down.
to-
Yeah,
down as well.
That's what I slept over.
I'm I'm probably standing normally.
Yeah, you could like be in like a kind of a pouncy.
I am
owl
like all the way down.
Well, and I was like, I think Veecha's built like Nightcrawler, so
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
great on all fours.
Yeah.
But and
I'm
you're
as
just like,
hunched as far as I can get.
you're just like, and
The
egg.
reeds are probably here.
Right. But anyway, so I'm going to convey to the kobolds, that I see that there's up ahead we've got some black scale kobolds. They're wearing leather armor, and they've got daggers. Is this? Does anyone in your clan wear armor?
Joxy kind of turns to you guys and says, "Those are knifeys, not ours."
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
nice. That's
Knifeys.
adorable. God damn it.
Well,
As you guys are
since
doing this, you note that a few of them have begun to move again. Like they start to shuffle around.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna redo their stealth checks.
Okay.
Because you guys spent, I gave you guys like a couple rounds to kind of like figure out their positioning, but at this point they've kind of started to shuffle around a little.
yeah, because they're like
Yeah.
looking around.
Yeah, they're like patrolling.
They don't know where we are,
Yeah.
but they're just kind
Yeah.
of.
Okay, so if you need to spot them again, you'll have to make a new check because at this point they have kind of disappeared into the reeds.
Okay, that's better.
Alright, I'll look again.
Yeah.
17 plus 4, 21.
Whoa. Okay. Wow. You spot that two of them are over here. Like they're actually they're slowly kind of snaking their way around towards you, but they don't seem to have noticed your presence.
Okay.
So you spot two of them. You
Perception?
yeah, perception.
I have 22.
And I have 12.
Yeah. You spot it. One seems to be making their way towards you, but it doesn't seem to have noticed you guys.
He's just
there.
headed that
Yeah,
way.
he just happens to be headed this way. And so like he
Okay.
started over here and you see that he's kind of moved over this way.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, so he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 30 feet?
Yeah, about 30 feet away.
Getting close. Okay.
So 30 feet away from Joxy.
From Joxy.
Yeah, from Joxy,
Because
yeah.
I'm what, like a good 10 feet behind Joxy?
Yeah. So it's a little bit 40 feet away from you. You kind of like, you peek up and you see that, he's like, he's creeping over.
Oh, sorry, I got a text from work.
Oh, no, yeah, no worries. Please, work
So,
priorities.
is he coming our direction?
Yeah, it seems like you guys are in his patrol path, this one. The other two
Can
are
I-
circling around.
Have I
but they're-
noticed this guy, or have I only seen these
I'm gonna assume that you guys have shared the information with each
Okay.
other. You guys are probably just silently pointing.
Mutter.
Yeah.
Well,
So
if
he's
that's
approaching.
the case, I'm gonna try to do one small thing.
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna use my druid cast, which is just I gotta whisper to the spirits of the nature, and I'm gonna basically make a little scout or skunk fart smell in this 5-foot square here in between us.
Okay, so because the spell has a visual,
Damn it!
or a vocal component,
But it says I have to whisper.
yeah. You know what? I'm gonna make a stealth check then.
Okay, that's
you get your
fine.
bonus, but I'm gonna
Can
see
I
if you can.
prepare a spell while she's doing that?
Yeah. I'm gonna give you. This is gonna be your guys' surprise bonus round.
Okay, so
So you guys can prep your things.
I am
going-
damn it! I killed myself. I rolled a 19 though.
Okay. You're quiet enough that you're able to successfully do this. You guys note that Pahokee is beginning to conjure some magic.
I am
To her.
So if
preparing
you're
then.
prepping a spell, that just means it's, well... What
It means
exactly
you're
was it?
holding an action until something specific happens. So,
Yeah.
like, what I am holding a magic missile
Okay.
for if he notices us.
Okay. All right. So you start to conjure like the arcane as well. Is there a vocal component to that spell?
Shit.
So I'm gonna have you.
Yes! Damn it,
make a stealth check really quick. You still get your +10 bonus.
Okay.
And this is still a surprise round, but basically it might just go. Oh!
Natural 20, which means it is a 31.
For the first time ever, you have you like ready the spell, and you don't even realize it until you look into your hand that your magic is ready without you having to utter a phrase.
Yes!
You're just like, oh.
Oh, I have it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's ready. It's ready. So
Yes.
you got him targeted.
Okay.
She's going to cast like a distraction spell.
It's
What are
I'm
you
going
gonna do?
to keep dissonant whispers on hand if needed.
Okay.
So that one is a sound spell, but they don't need to be able to see me. And it's a whisper.
Whisper. Yeah. So I'm gonna have you make another stealth check because hers is also a whisper.
Okay,
Mine
gotcha.
is not.
Yeah. So just make a stealth check
It's a good thing I rolled
because it might
on that,
just
'cause mine
this
is
might
not.
all happen right now. You know what I
Man,
mean?
that is-
Yeah, I was like, I might have just popped that off.
Yeah.
Sorry, real world stuff got real.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I got a text from my boss.
Oh no.
I know.
The White House has a warning as of today not to go to markets and pharmacies for the next 2 weeks. I'm checking with McKesson how we pharmacies will be reacting to this as a warning. Please stand
Oh, no.
by until I give you further information. I'm not sure if we will need to be closing the pharmacy or not.
Okay.
Shit, okay.
Damn.
So I may or
Damn.
may not be going to work tomorrow.
Okay.
So we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
Find out.
But
Stay
it's like
safe.
really the fucking White House.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just like,
I get frustrated
really?
when I hear that.
Yeah, I
not
was
to
like,
get
I'm
not to get
sorry.
political, but yeah.
It came from the mouth of the Mandarin Mussolini. Fucking hell.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I was like, I wanted if it was a, right, it's one of those things, if it was a CDC, it'd be like, oh shit, man, yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
going
yeah,
to
I
work.
know.
With the
But
White
it's
House,
the Tangerine Mussolini, and it's
So I'm
like,
like,
okay, Cheeto Hitler.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see. Anyway, sorry, I got
No,
distracted because
Yeah.
I was like,
No,
oh,
that's important
shit.
stuff. That's
fair.
important stuff. That's
Well,
life.
and I work for small independent pharmacies, so
Exactly.
if we're closed for a certain amount of time, they may straight up lose their livelihood.
Yep. No
And
good.
I may
Yeah.
potentially, if they stay closed for too long and can't pay their rent, I may potentially be out of a job. But also, this married couple and all of my coworkers are gonna be fucked.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be okay.
We hope so. I hope so too. as well.
I think they've got enough of a backlog to be able to survive for a little bit, but also I know that they know their landlord of the complex, and from what they say about him, he seems to be, like a nice, just nice old Japanese guy. So hopefully he seems to be
Understanding
pretty
about it.
Yeah.
understanding.
I'm gonna quickly mute it just because we're having a little bit of a private conversation. So we're gonna be right back.
Yeah, basically.
Just so because I don't want you to reveal
Yeah.
where you work and all that type of stuff.
Yeah,
and that
no,
stuff,
it makes
yeah.
sense because we don't know who's listening. So, because almost all the other businesses in our complex have been closed for the last month, and nobody's moving shit out. So I think the landlord of our
It's gonna be nice.
yeah, I think our
Hopefully.
landlord
I hope
is
so too, yeah.
well, and the thing is,
I mean,
and also Asian people tend to be a little bit more of the
Take care of their own type
community
thing,
minded. Yeah, so it's like hopefully it all goes okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Because they're not enforcing the parking at
Right.
all. Like you can just park in
Yeah,
there for free.
that's nice.
Because they're like, we're not making somebody do that.
Right.
So,
Mm-hmm.
okay, cool. Well, it's just like, oh shit. Well, okay, that's
Yeah.
a thing.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully you still have job. but
Well,
also-
on the upside, at the very least, though, I'm lucky and I'm in a financial situation that I
Yeah.
will be okay. I can still pay rent for the next
little bit.
year.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, I would prefer not to.
yeah, yeah.
But
Right.
you can.
It
But
is
I
within the possibilities.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's all right.
Okay. All right.
There we go.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, was it muted then? Maybe it was muted.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay, there it is.
Okay,
Okay,
If the
we're back
light's
on.
Yeah,
blinking,
we
it's muted.
muted it to because we were talking about personal work stuff.
I work at a pharmacy, and I got a
Yeah.
text
Yeah.
from my boss about we may
You
potentially
don't
be
need to
out of
explain
work.
that. Yeah, you don't need to explain that.
And it was a discussion that has nothing to do with D&D, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're
we
gonna
thought
keep
we
it
were going to
private.
mute it. Yeah, just keep it private. All right. So, anyways, stealth check. Let's have you do a stealth check. Yeah.
That's right. That's what we were doing.
Yeah.
I saw the text from my boss because I was about to check what my thing is. Stealth. Oh, balls. Where'd it go?
You guys have been doing a lot of stealth, perception, and
there
investigation
it
during
is.
this time.
It's good.
Yeah.
Because we want to live.
Yeah.
We're smushy.
No, it's good.
I'm just glad I finally got a good roll.
What'd you get?
No.
Nat 1.
Oh, what did you cast? What are you casting?
5, and I
She
was,
was holding dissonant whispers.
which is not something they need to be able to hear.
Yeah, that's
And then
true.
there's the 10. So.
Oh yeah, so it's 15.
Okay.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna. So unfortunately,
Damn it!
the kobold got a natural 20.
Oh!
So he's not.
So-
Wait, but I'm not directing it at anybody.
You're still casting
But
the spell.
you're still like preparing the spell, and he goes, "What? What?" So now your round begins
Magic
immediately.
missile!
Yeah. So, the
all I did I just have a little skunk fart between
Yeah,
us, so
yeah,
that maybe
so-
he won't go that way.
So he's like, oh, stinky.
That's why I was
Yeah.
holding it in case he noticed us,
Yeah.
because I figured if something
So-
happened.
okay, so he notices the sound of your spell, but the skunk fart
Okay.
interrupts his focus. But as he hears the skunk
Okay,
fart,
wait.
you hear him jump up. You see him jump up
Uh-oh.
really high, and he throws down a yellow vial into the
Uh-oh.
ground. It blasts into the ground, and you see like a weird sticky, like almost like cheese-like chemical kind of go like blob outward in front of him.
Oh,
He
no.
does it like nothing, like, you know, it catches nothing, and he starts to shout in kobold, like in draconic, like, enemies,
Yeah, I'm
enemies!
fucking firing.
And then,
Yeah.
Then your spell goes off the second he speaks,
Yeah,
basically.
no, I'm firing at him.
Which one does Torin go at?
That one.
That one.
That was the
Yeah,
one that.
I,
yes.
I was
He's at
holding for
30
that
feet.
one because he was
Okay.
the closest.
Now, how far away are these two?
Those two are going to be 1, 5, 10, 15,
3.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40,
Okay.
40. So that one's 45 feet, and that one's 10 feet behind us, so 55 feet.
Okay, so Dissonant Whispers is good for 60 feet.
Okay, then there you go. You can probably launch it on that one then.
Okay, yeah, because I can only do it to one creature, so I'm going to... Well, since it's already go time, I'm gonna use
Like
Dissonant
10.
Whispers. I'm going
10
to...
points of damage.
10 point. Okay. So her reaction goes off before yours, and then,
Yeah.
then yours will go
Yeah.
off. Okay, so here's the order of things.
Okay,
So
yeah.
basically, the fart goes off, the kobold reacts. Yes, exactly.
Fart, cheese, magic missile.
He throws the vial to the ground while shouting "enemies," and then the magic missile just 3 darts just pile into him, like as he's in the air. How much damage does he deal?
10.
10 points of damage.
I do
Okay,
10 points of
whoa.
damage.
You see that he's taking the damage, but he slumps, like he falls back to the ground. He seems to still be alive.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now your spell goes off.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Dissonant Whispers, and these two have reacted to his cry for help.
Yeah, they turn their heads.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and let Dissonant Whispers loose at this one here.
Yep. Okay.
So that...
What's your range
The
on that?
target, it's 60 feet.
Yeah.
And it is... Okay, so the target has to make a wisdom saving throw. Failed save, it does 3d6 psychic damage, and immediately must use its reaction, if available, to move away.
Oh, to move away. Okay. It
And-
failed. Whatever you got, it probably failed because it got like a 7 on its
And my wisdom...
Your spell DC is
8 plus your proficiency bonus,
proficiency bonus
and modifier
Yeah.
and primary modifier.
It should.
What's my primary modifier?
There
Yours is
should
charisma.
there should be a spot on your character sheet.
That says like spell DC.
I think if you look at your spells, it should have a thing that. Yeah, look under spells. It'll tell you what your save DC is.
Spells. Okay, thank you.
I should actually also have
Save DC 13, spell attack plus 5,
Yes.
modifier is 3.
So he failed.
Yep. So 3. That's your
'Cause
charisma.
he
So your
would've had
charisma is your primary spellcasting stat.
He would have had to do a 13 or
So
above.
he does 3d6 damage.
So yeah, he takes 3d6 points of damage.
Okay, so I gotta
Yeah.
roll that, right? Or do
Yeah.
you roll that?
No, you roll it. You roll it. It's your ability. You roll.
Okay,
It.
so
If
4,
you cast it, you roll it.
7... I'm cumulatively.
Yeah. 7 plus what?
11.
11. Okay. So he takes 11 points of damage and immediately uses his reaction to move back.
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah. No,
this
this
one,
guy.
this one. This
Oh,
one.
that
So
one.
he has to move away if he has that ability.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's still in range.
Yeah, he's still. So he goes. He moves back. The kobolds are definitely on edge now, and they
and
they begin
is-
to kind of like scan the area. So that was your bonus round. Now everybody roll for initiative. This is the combat begins.
Okay.
Yeah. The kobolds get
Nice
a
to me.
15.
Ooh.
Oh.
Kobolds have a
ooh,
15. Enemy kobolds have 15.
19.
19. Okay, so you're 19. You're at the top right now.
Initiative.
Yes. It's gonna be a D20 plus your dexterity modifier.
Which would be on your main page.
Yeah,
I
which is
see
for you plus 2.
11.
Oh, actually, it should just say at the top.
Plus your dexterity modifier.
13.
So you have 13. So you go after the kobolds.
Okay. And then me. Please be
Oh
nice.
shit, I used
to
the
me.
spell slot. That's right.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've used 2.
You,
I keep
you've
track.
also burned this.
I've
she has
used
two.
one level 1 and one level 2 so
Yep,
far.
and she's used a level 2, right? Because Pass Without Trace is level 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've used 1
Okay.
and 1 2.
Perfect.
And
Okay.
one
I got
zero.
it. I gotta remember that. Although, if I do Thunderwave at second level.
Oh,
this
cantrips
is
don't
just
count.
15.
Count as.
15. Okay.
Oh no, this
Cantrips
is that.
don't count.
This is not.
Roll
cantrip.
again
This is
to
cantrip.
figure out if you go before or after the kobolds.
I actually have.
You go before, because they roll a 1. Unless you roll a 1.
2.
Okay. Then you go before the kobolds.
Did they roll a 1?
Yeah, they roll a 1 to,
Okay,
to
so
break
what's
the
the
tie.
order?
So
The bad kobolds or our
The bad
kobolds?
kobolds rolled. So they go
Okay.
after her. So, you got 13? Okay, so the combat is you,
Okay.
the good kobolds, you, the bad kobolds, and then you, Nina.
I'm ready.
Yeah, alright.
Okay.
So
Alright,
now
so
it's
So
your
yeah,
turn.
fine. I'm sure. I
Torin-
can't see that anything
Torin-
went wrong.
The short scalies, bad guy. No, short scalies, me, bad guys,
And then
and
Nina.
then okay.
So you guys are still hidden right now. They don't seem to see you. So
But they're just like, what the? F-?
yeah. They know your general direction.
And this guy was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, my head hurts.
Yeah. So, what do you want to do?
It's a good question.
What's the range? Wait, no.
I need to
wrote it
pee.
down.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that
Go
real
pee.
quick.
Go pee right now.
What's
Give people
the
a chance to
range
figure out what
on
they
the
wanna do.
crossbows for her
Oh.
crossbow and mine?
Yeah.
Because I have a hand and Maya has a
I
staff.
think
I have a
hand
light.
crossbow has 30 feet range.
A light?
You can.
I have
yeah.
a light crossbow.
Okay. What
Oh
about
yeah.
the
So
hand?
you have a light one. So let's double check the range on that. Unless it's on this. It's on this. Almost everything else but weapons.
Excuse me. Oh, Jesus, I choked.
Yeah. You are good. You would.
Okay. Can I ask, did it look like that hit I did pretty good damage to him?
Oh, you can make an investigation check.
Shit.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
Oh, actually, that's not bad. Investigation is +2, so 19.
It did a pretty good amount of damage. He looks pretty wounded.
Okay.
17 plus. Hang on, what's my fucking
What's my range on the
investigation?
lightning
Yeah.
bar? 15. Okay.
So a hand crossbow has.
I forgot my investigation is super fucking
Yeah.
high. Hold on, I have to do math. Oh god. Okay, I'm just gonna use my calculator.
Use your calculator. I have the weapons page up.
24.
24. Yeah, you can tell that you've done a considerable amount of damage. They're still kicking, but the surprise round, gave you a pretty good edge.
But
Yeah.
these two dudes are hurting.
Yeah, they're hurting. They're hurting. Hand crossbow has a range of 30 feet. You can fire it beyond that up to 120 feet at disadvantage.
Okay, so I've got
Yeah.
30 feet of good
Yeah,
range.
of good range.
And 120 feet of take a
And remember,
chance.
you can move 30 feet and fire. So they're all within reach.
Oh yeah, because I have a
yeah.
30-foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
So
because
there you
none
go.
of them are close enough for a melee.
Yeah. And then the light
Mostly-
crossbow is 320.
83.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, they're all in range for Torin.
Yeah, they're very much in range.
In Torin's good range too, because these guys, everybody's within
Yeah.
60
Alright.
feet.
Well, screw it. I'm gonna
Ooh, you okay?
Yep. I
Um,
found the table with my knee.
not knowing what else is gonna happen with us today. I don't really want to go through all of my spells.
Yeah, yeah,
So I'm
absolutely.
gonna pull out a crossbow
Okay.
and
Whip out your
Take
crossbow.
a shot at that dude.
All right.
Cheese man.
Cheeseman.
man.
Cheeseman.
Okay. It's a 12.
You see your crossbow kind of like. You see that the creature, the kobold, is very quick. So you fire your crossbow, and it kind of like rushes out to the way in the reeds. It kind of just dashes to the
I rolled a
side.
9. What the fuck?
If you got a little bit higher, you would have struck it. All right.
Can
So,
I do anything else, or is that it?
You can move. You can move. And do you have anything for a bonus action? Because you have your bonus action, you still have your move action.
No, the only bonus action I have is sorcerer points,
Okay.
which I don't want
Yeah.
to spell right now. So I'm. These are each 5 feet, right?
Yeah, they're all 5 feet. Diagonal movements, you can only move in like the square movements for the sake of the grid.
Okay. I'm actually.
We're doing some combat.
All right, I'm gonna take a chunk of my movement and get here.
All right,
I'm
so
gonna move about there.
all right, you move what, like 20 feet?
Yeah.
You sort of dash forward 20 feet towards the direction of the other 2 kobolds. We're going to call them kobold assassins or kobold knifeys.
Knifies. Let's call them knifey boys.
Knifies.
Knifey boys.
I'm a very bad sorcerer. I just realized.
You're just like rushing into combat with a crossbow. You're like, let's go.
But to be fair though, to be fair though, you're 16 years old with no life experience.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. But she's like a mature, like she's an adult, you know.
Yeah, but I mean,
But
18
yeah, like,
is a
closer
fucking
to 30.
Yeah.
But also like,
Yeah, yeah.
like that's like 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was gonna be like, yeah, that's an adult, but like 18 is
Yeah, I
an
know.
adult, and I did not know what the fuck was happening.
No,
I'm
like-
Well, to be
29,
fair, she
and
still
I
has
don't
like,
know
you
what the
know,
fuck.
you probably weren't fighting monsters
But
in the
also,
forest.
I mean,
You
to be
were
fair
fighting
though,
beasts
I'm
and stuff.
29. I'm the youngest person in this room, and I still don't know what the fuck's
Yeah.
going on.
Yep. I'd say I'm not used to fighting things that are actively trying to kill me.
Yeah, there you go. Joxy takes like a 10-foot step over here, and then with his like hooked staff, grabs like the back of one of his cages and flings it towards that kobold there. He shouts. That's exactly what he shouts. He's like, "Skunk power!"
It sounds so powerful.
I'm sorry. But can I actually take the last 10 of my movement and move here?
Yeah, go for it. It all happens in the same round. I'll let you do that.
Thank you.
We're adjusting to things. All right. So, Joxy. Here we go. Oh. All right, he's gonna make a roll. The skunk.
Oh no!
The skunk flies well off course,
Oh,
crashing
dear.
over. You know what? We're gonna roll a percentile.
No, no,
Roll a
it's
percent-
gonna hit me!
We're gonna. It could potentially. Okay, no, it didn't.
Where's the skunk land?
The skunk lands right here. You hear the cage crack open, and the skunk like immediately puffs out. Just goes poof.
I saw that
You can
was just
smell it. You can smell the skunk like poofing.
Oh, gotcha. But there's just a very confused fart skunk.
Yeah, basically right over there.
And this guy's like, oh, twice in one day.
It's like, damn it.
They're everywhere.
This one, Brawl.
I thought that was Kyle.
Yeah, let's go. Kaw has the javelin. Kaw throws a javelin towards this one, and in the same note, Brawl will be using his sling as well. So both of them are attacking that kobold right there.
Here, do you want
Oh, yeah, thank you. What happened to my d20? Actually, you know what? I'll just
handed
use
it back to
mine.
you.
Yeah.
Actually, you
Oh
can use
my
the lid.
God!
I'm just
Here,
not using
sweetie.
it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we got 2, so
Oh my
Kaw
god!
throws his javelin and it hits nothing.
Oh, baby.
And hang on a second. Oh, and Brawl hits with his sling.
Nails him right in the fucking
Yeah,
face.
you see like a sling, just like a little. They're called bullets, but they're just rocks.
Yeah,
They just shoot right out there, striking.
Yeah,
oh,
3.
5. So 5 damage. So like
proud
the
of them.
the kobold like clearly takes the hit and kind of like spits a few draconic curses, but still seems to be up and running.
Crap. Okay.
Now it's now it's
It should be my turn.
Yeah, because
good
no
kobold.
wait,
No, wait.
no,
it's then them, me, bad guys.
Then yeah.
yeah.
Then
Okay,
me.
Now it's
so
your turn. Now it's your
me.
turn.
Okay,
Yeah, that's right.
So from where I'm at, what's
screaming.
the range on that javelin that I have?
I'm gonna get
It's like
hit.
20 feet.
Okay. Okay, so I'm trying to think about where I am.
I wasn't
compared.
thinking about it when I ran in. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna get hit. It's fine.
That's why I was like, oh, you ran
That's fine.
towards them. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm a bad sorcerer.
That's okay. You wanted to protect the kobolds.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm sorry. I'm thinking about how far I am from these guys.
Don't touch my sons!
1, 2. So I'm 30 feet from this guy, and what, like 55 feet from these guys?
Yeah, they're roughly 55
Well, that
feet from
one's
you.
55.
Yeah.
This one's like 50.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
Okay, so like 30, 50.
Yeah. But you could easily get in range of them with your movement if you want to use your hand crossbow or whatever. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I'm like,
Sword tank.
Don't worry, guys, I got this.
all right. So this guy is, well, he's still kicking, but he's injured.
Yeah. He's He looks pretty rough right now.
He's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm actually gonna do. I'm gonna dash.
Okay.
30 feet. Where does that put me?
So every square is gonna be 5 feet, so you can just move like 6 squares.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm up here, and then I'm gonna fire my hand crossbow at the.
So the one that you injured is the one right there. That was the one you injured, and that one's that one's roughed up. That one is roughed up. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But these dudes are gonna go next. Oh, and I can't cast a spell and do an attack at the same time.
You can.
I'm gone.
You also have your inspiration that you can target somebody and give them an inspiration on their next attack roll, or you can save it for your reaction for when they do one of their turns.
Oh, so that's a reaction?
Yeah, because
it can work as well.
Yeah, it can work.
So if
that would be your reaction.
So
if he hits and does a lot of damage, you can use the reaction.
Yeah, you can use a reaction to like lower their damage or even their hit.
Okay,
you can make them miss
for myself or anybody else.
Yeah, for them. So your bardic inspiration can be used for allies to give them a d6 to an attack roll.
I mean like if they're attacking, let's say they attack Torin. Can I do that?
Yeah, you can.
Because you're technically targeting the Knoll attack.
Yeah, then
not me. You're targeting the Knoll.
Yeah, okay, but it just means it doesn't have to be the one attacking me. It can be any of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So in that case, I'm gonna go ahead and load up my hand crossbow and shoot the dude that I already.
Attack the darkness.
The Dissonant Whisper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You attack Dissonant Whisper dude. Okay, so that is a.
I think that's Nita's brother.
Hey, that is my brother.
Hello, attack the darkness.
Hey, we exchanged one brother for a different one.
There you go.
Hey.
All right, so this is 1d6 plus 2. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Or roll to hit.
Oh, you have to roll to attack first.
Yeah, you have to roll to attack because with a crossbow, it's you're attacking them.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So that's my attack bonus is plus 4. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
So this plus 4 plus 1d6 plus 2.
If you use inspiration on yourself,
I'm not using the inspiration.
Okay. No. So the d6, the all that's the damage of it. So to hit them is the d20 plus 4.
Oh, gotcha. So this is my aim. This is the damage.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
there
I
you go.
understand.
Yeah.
I attack the darkness. I cast magic missile.
Hit the darkness.
All right. That's a 1.
Wow.
So that definitely doesn't hit.
So I just whip it out.
So I'm gonna roll for a misfire.
Okay.
High or low?
Hi.
Okay. You accidentally misfire, and as you're loading your crossbow, you fire it to the person closest to you.
Oh no!
So
Is that Emil or is that
It's me!
it's gonna be Torin. Yeah, you fire Torin because chances are Emil's like up in the rafters.
Okay,
You're not
gotcha.
really
So
looking.
I'm loading it.
Yeah, you're loading it, and you just go.
I'm loading it, and the thing is like, boing. I'm like, and there it goes.
Roll an attack die against her now.
Oh, fuck,
Against Maya. Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I'm the team killing fucktard.
Yeah. So no, roll to hit. Roll to hit.
You're just rolling
yeah,
damage.
yeah.
You're not rolling
So
damage
it's
yet.
yeah,
You have
yeah.
to see if you hit me.
If you hit if you hit Torin, him.
It's a 1.
Well, you got another one. Okay, high or low?
Oh,
It's gonna misfire. It's gonna somehow. You're like a chain reaction of misfiring.
Low.
Okay, all right. You just shoot it into the ground at that point because you're just like, and you, initially like you're